Hey, but yeah, as I was saying, the La Liga. Let me be very, very clear. The La Liga is not won in December. So a couple of weeks ago, Madrid was ahead by I think 9 points. So I don't think anyone should think anything is won yet. It's just Barcelona are picking up points now. So and Madrid are having their issues. So.
Are you impressed with Rashford already?
I think he's doing well. I think, funny enough, I think he's playing well much more now that he's not scoring and assisting as compared to when he was. I liked his performance yesterday, even though he didn't score assists. So I think it's a continuous thing. Like a lot of things are happening at the same time in the squad, and I think Barcelona fans generally should give a lot of credit to Flick because with the kind of things he's had to work with and situations he had to work with, I think he's doing like a really good job because he's not had the budget. Some managers, I won't even speak directly about his competitor Real Madrid, but even across Europe, managers within the top brackets, he's not had the budgets most of those managers have had, but I think he's been able to
see the microphone's generation is for all, so all is on.
It almost seems like
don't mind what they are.
It almost seems like I've said something
kick their mannerisms out,
something crazy, but like I think he's doing a great job with what he has, and like he's had to make a lot of changes, like make this person play here, make this person play here, and alongside dealing with a lot of injuries and people's mental health issues. It's been a bunch of things. So I think per the expectation placed on him because of some of the things he won last season, I think he's managing them well. We'll see. I don't think what's happening around Madrid will be the tail for the rest of the season. So I think they will find themselves eventually in the season too. So let's see when all of those things come together. But so far, I think I think the manager deserves more credits more than whatever he's using the squad well. I think it's the real star of Barcelona right now is Hansi Flick, if you ask me.
No Lamine,
no any of the. I think the real star right now is the manager. I think he's
not Pedri.
Nope. I think they are all doing their bits in the squad, but I think the glue for everything that is happening is the manager. I don't think.
I listened to Jordi Cruyff. He mentions the challenges that the club has been in the past, and how they run around that to make it excellent as it is now, and also promoting youth players, trying to, because the club is not having money as you indicated earlier, but trying to stay in the picture and win. So you feel Barca is back to that kind of system of giving the academy boys an opportunity, and it should be the way going forward because they seem to be resolved. So no need for attraction of in the time passes. There's a certain Zlatan you're going to trade. Fast forward.
I think Barcelona has always been strongest when Barcelona is relying on
its academy.
It's academy. I think some of the most successful periods the club has enjoyed has been when the club looked to the academy. It's funny that it usually happens when financial problems come. It's almost as if they are not broke, they won't be forced to look.
It happens when the wage situation gets like Lamine starts playing excellently, and even though he came through a certain rank, he goes like, my performance demands, and then they keep jerking the figures up, and then all of them begin to fight underground too.
It depends on them now to manage the situation now because of the kind of players they have, how young they are, and the kind of things that they are disposal. I think with what has happened in the last, let's say, 5 years, if Barcelona are a serious club, they shouldn't allow some of the renewals and the signings in terms of how they fit on the wage structure to get out of hand. It should not be anything smart if they witness what has happened within the last few years, and in this era you repeat the same mistakes. So I'll commend those in charge for managing the situation. I don't think it's easy. The club is still trying to stay fan owned, so a lot of these things come with that, like trying to stay that pure, because most clubs are deciding to float some shares across. Some clubs who are part owned by different people who can inject some amount of money, and the module Barcelona wants to continue operating under is the fan owned module. So I think those in charge should be given some credits. They inherited some bad situations, and I think they're doing a great job. But I don't think it will be easy too. So I think the fans should have patience. And as much as they've been able to keep their squad competitive, at least for the last 2 years, I think it's commendable.
Well, all that said, know that also Robert Lewandowski is on a huge wage bill, followed clearly by Frankie de Jong and all of those guys. It's 400,000 euros a week. So if I break it down proper, it's 400,577 per week, and Pedri is 365,385 a week and all of that. I mean, I asked that question on purpose, and I come back to you again. I want us to discuss the Barcelona situation. Winning the league is instrumental for this club because it comes with money. Winning the UEFA Champions League also comes with all of that. Sorry, Adam discusses this amazing football club, and I was super happy when Messi, touched base on that ground. The Spotify Camp Nou, right?
Yeah.
And interestingly, if you have Messi touching base on that field, and he rakes 1 million overview likes and what have you, it paints a picture that if this club is positioned well from this moment onwards, it spreads that zeal of corporate entities coming in and making sure it meets, the financial injection meets the performance one and the wage bill of these players who are clinically talented though in the football club, but would demand more cash.
Well, for me, it's a different situation than what you paint.
Okay.
Let me try and break it down. But before I break it down, happy birthday going out to arguably Barcelona's best player last season. Forget Yamal. No.
Put a name to that.
Rafinha.
I agree.
Yes, if Adam would definitely, he would definitely side with me, saying that if they had pushed him more, he would have really pushed for the Ballon d'Or more than the Yamal argument. For me, that's it.
You bring a new twist to this argument. Look, I feel last season was then one of the because he's still performing, one of the best seasons for that youngster. He's 19 and he put up that performance. 18.
No, he put up that performance, but there was someone better than him in the team. That is the whole.
Really?
That's what I'm driving at.
Cool. You make your point.
So happy birthday going out to Rafinha, and he made a best choice.
He's on 320,000 euros a week.
Money that Chelsea cannot pay him. So he moved to Barcelona and he's doing well there. The Chelsea fans will not like it, but it's the truth. He wouldn't have been instrumental for Chelsea.
Chelsea's on a new project which they wouldn't love.
Chelsea wanted him. He did not want Chelsea. Chelsea fans should understand it. They wanted him. They did not get him.
Those your points.
Wonderful. And for me, it's a better choice than Chelsea that he made at that time, because he wouldn't have been able to be this influential in a Chelsea team as compared to what he's doing in Barcelona.
Why do you think so?
No,
I'm genuinely.
Genuinely, the players
I think anytime I ask
the manager.
I think anytime I ask a questions, people feel like maybe I'm taking a jab.
No.
I genuinely want to know your footballing reasons for thinking why Rafinha.
So why I think so is that at Barcelona, you see the way the Spanish game goes and how Rafinha plays.
If you fit into the Spanish,
it fits it perfectly. In the EPL, if he had been for Chelsea, number one, the pressure from Chelsea fans is a little more than that you get at Barcelona. Chelsea fans are quite impatient. Chelsea fans are quite impatient. Look at how impatient they have been with some of their recent signings. That should give you a picture of what they would have done to Rafinha should he have not hit the ground running.
But I think he didn't really hit the ground running at Barcelona too, and
but I think you gave him time.
It's, to be honest.
But Chelsea, for example, is giving Garnacho time. It's giving Gittins time.
No, yeah. Chelsea is not giving Garnacho time. Chelsea is not giving Gittins time.
It's a point I'm trying to make. You see, Rafinha would have probably left Barcelona if Hansi Flick didn't come along.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's somewhere there was a lot of talk around like his future at the club, and I think when Hansi came in, there was a period Hansi said they should like try and see if they can work with each other for that period before the window ended, and Rafinha's form picked up, and right now it's almost as if he's like the team looks a different color when he's not playing in it. So I think similar things would have happened at both places in terms of pressure, because Barcelona too, sometimes they're not really going to wait for you to hit the ground running.
The manager.
But I think it was really that's why I keep saying that the manager, the star player right now at FC Barcelona is Hansi Flick. He's the one who is making what is happening at the club right now happen, because I don't think the club is in a position to be competing with the Real Madrid that won the double 3 years ago, added Mbappe and added about over 100 million euros worth of talents in the summer after they didn't win anything. That's what he's competing against, and he's still finding a way to make things happen. That's why I keep insisting that Hansi is he's the star man right now, not the Pedri.
I agree. I agree
not the Pedri, not the. I mean, he's.
I don't look through his CV. I was listening to Thiago Alcantara describe coaches, their approach to games, and their man management within games. Plus, they are thinking for footballers and their growth. And look, he likens. Hansi is the manager who's in the frame or shape of Jose, but Jose is the upgraded form, because Jose is a little
very stern. But Hansi he likes discipline.
Absolutely, and I feel his man management. I'm not sure Rashford is going to training grounds late or any period of his Barcelona career.
No, he did some once.
And they benched him, right?
Yeah. It will happen, but the consequences are there.
Yeah.
And the media dare not talk. Okay, because the coach knows how to manage that situation.
No, it's not the media dares not to talk. The media would talk, but it is how you the coach would manage the situation.
My point.
Yeah, not like what Slot is doing in Salah's situation.
We'll get there.
Not at all.
We'll get there.
Don't accelerate too much. We'll get there. So I say, Rafinha might be one of them important footballers in this club. Yeah. But I feel to pick him.
Now I'm saying last season. For me.
For you, fair point.
Yeah, I'm basing it on statistics.
Okay, fair.
Yes.
Fair point.
Thank you. So it is just one birthday wish I was given that has brought all this problem.
Yes, please.
Now
get back to the point. Now get back to the point where they can, make sure performance and amounts.
Yeah. For me, I feel Barcelona overpay their players because they are trying to match up with Real Madrid. Hear me out. I don't think that Chelsea would be able to pay its academic graduates, for instance, Reece James, over 350,000 a week. No, it ain't gonna happen. It won't happen. You understand? I feel that the hierarchy in Barcelona need to manage and balance the passion and money conversation properly at the club. So far, they have not been able to do it, and they are still continuing on the trajectory that led them to where they are.
In England, £250,000 is a lot a week. £250,000 a week.
Oh no, but you see, for Reece James, £250,000. Let's look at other academy graduates. How much they are taking? How much is Chalobah taking? You
can't put the work rate of Reece James in the last few years to Chalobah.
Exactly. But when you go to Barcelona, reason why Barcelona are struggling to get away from Ansu Fati is the kind of deal they made him sign. Barcelona are synonymous with the figure 1 billion anytime their academic graduates begin to perform. 1 billion. They are doing same with Yamal, and it looks like they are not learning from what happened previously. You see, football, in as much as it's a passion-driven game, it's also a money-making venture. We need to understand that, and that is what some clubs are managing to do and constantly staying afloat. And in the public glare, they are looking like some fantastic clubs. Tell me this: that should Barca have not gone on to sign Ansu Fati to a humongous deal, they would have cashed out of that deal long time. they would have also cashed out
But
of
that's
the
one of-
long due, long time.
But that's one of.
No, I'm
that's
mentioning.
one of-
I'm mentioning more players. They would have cashed out of the De Jong deal a long time ago. At a certain point in time, Barcelona were out, done, and finished with De Jong, but they could not move him on because of the salary he was taking. Now, get this: footballers are human. They
But
would
what should
constantly-
what before you get to the footballers part, let's
Yeah.
stay with the club Barcelona bit.
Yeah.
But why do you think? Do you think it's even fair to get into? You cited Madrid as an example initially, to say that Barca, they are doing what they are doing now because of what Madrid is doing in terms of player salary and all.
Yeah.
But shouldn't that be the situation because they are in competition and they are like in Germany, you can't play for Bayern Munich, and it's a big deal. A player wearing the jersey number 1, number 2 in terms of salary, and we can check the salaries of players currently at the club. Don't you feel
It comes with the territory. If you're
it's my point.
if you're operating at some level of
ask.
football, you pay some amount of wages to some players. If you go to some of the biggest clubs in most of those countries, their wage bills are huge. Your club is right now trying to manage theirs.
Exactly the team I was
Yeah.
going to
Yeah.
mention
And-
next. That
and-
it's a bad
And managing the wage bill means
Yeah.
there are some sort of players you employ right now. You complain about some players who are your club right now. If you want to employ
for
better,
them. It is
if
horrible.
you want to if you it's just where football has gone to,
Yeah.
unfortunately. If you want to employ some type of talent, there's some amount of money you have to shell out.
Yeah.
It comes with it.
Yeah.
Like that's just it. So like it's I understand the conversation about how some of those clubs overpay their players, but also if you want to be operating at the level they are operating at, employing some of the talents they're employing, there are a couple of players you have to pay some crazy amounts of money that you might not sit with. How much will you pay Mbappe if you're playing for Chelsea right now?
No, listen.
That would be
so
certainly above the 250. cap for
exactly.
regimes.
Why would it be so? Because of what happened with him at Monaco, not even Paris Saint-Germain.
But the point
No,
is,
you see,
the point is, if you want to be competing at a particular level in football, you need players like Mbappe at almost every department of your team. I'm not saying like superstar talents, but you need a player as game defining as Mbappe in your forward line. Maybe one game defining player in your midfield. Maybe one game defining player in your defense. That's 3 players about the wages of 300,000. We ball.
No. But you see.
Absolutely.
Good.
But
I don't know if you get the point. The picture I'm trying to paint.
I get the picture you're trying to
But
paint.
not all clubs are paying that.
Because Liverpool have a
all
Van
clubs-
Dijk. Liverpool have a Van Dijk. They are paying him well over 250,000
And
pounds.
he's doing basketball things.
Liverpool have a Mohamed
he's
Salah.
earned it.
He's earned it. Like you understand me?
Wow,
He's
you guys
earned
are
it. He's
bringing
earned
this end thing
No, he's
into
earned it.
Liverpool.
That's
When we get into Liverpool and we introduce the word end,
I told you we'll get into the Liverpool situation.
you
And try and-
are just pumping the brakes on me.
and try and expand it. But I mean, you need to
Let
finish
me
your
just
point
let me
before,
just
I mean,
yeah
and-
let me
and-
let me let me let me just quickly round up here. So mine is they need to manage the passion and payment situation.
Okay.
Cole Palmer is very instrumental for Chelsea.
Yeah.
I don't think Cole Palmer is earning 300,000.
No.
You get where I'm coming from. You look at other clubs. Let me look for one other club that is having.
I'm sure Coach Christopher Nimley disagrees. I hear him saying stuff, behind stuff.
How much is Kopama earning now?
Kopama.
I think around
give me a
100.
Give me a second.
I think
You know what his next? Because we hear that there's a contract on the table for him to renew.
Yeah.
but I don't think it will get to 300.
It will. Palmer
Yeah.
on form together with Caicedo. I think
130,000. 130,000.
Yeah, 130,000
Yeah.
pounds a
and
week.
that came from his very first contract.
Yeah, he renews and it's
No,
wild.
that's
figures.
that's the second one.
This is the second
no.
one.
Yeah, the first one he did not get that much. So
How much
when
did he get? I'm
they,
not sure.
They bumped up.
I'm not sure per his performance.
This extension was in August 2024.
Yeah, so this is the
And this is the one that took him to one.
So this runs up onto 2033.
Yeah.
But he's going to agitate at a point in time,
Of course,
on-
once his
performance,
performances
absolutely.
are up to the
Absolutely.
level. For
Absolutely.
example, somebody like Caicedo,
Yeah.
there's a contract on the table for him to extend.
Yeah.
I will be shocked if he doesn't tell the people he won beyond £200,000. Anything below that wouldn't have worked.
So you feel it's difficult curtailing this whole situation of clubs now saying we are on a project. We are not overpaying in terms of salaries as well as pricing of
what that means. It doesn't mean nobody practically in the team will be paid a certain amount of money. What they are trying to, on the average, this is how much we pay.
Okay, on the average.
So for you to compel them to go beyond,
means your performance
will have to speak for itself. You understand? For example, somebody like Bruno Fernandes, his contract got renewed just when Ineos and Glazer came into that contract. And he was telling them that, look, I'm by far your most influential player. I've been here. Somebody came from Real Madrid. You immediately gave him more money than me. So if you want me to renew the contract, I need to earn more money than him. Or get me closer. I understand. The Meta, the Arnold, the Woodward, they were completely blind. Because why would they put Jadon Sancho on the money he was put on?
That was crazy.
Why would they put Anthony on that wage? A player who was not taking even
so Manchester United has been poorly managed for a minute.
30,000 euros a week at Ajax. You sign him, you couldn't double.
You couldn't double, but you just
quadruple the amount.
Go overboard.
Absurd. Senseless. So yes, it is proper that football teams try as much as possible to curtail that those exuberant spending on players. But for example, if you look at a player like Bukayo Saka, I'll be glad if you tell me how much he's on now. Okay, he's without a doubt Arsenal best.
I call this football politics.
You know why? For somebody like Saka, who just renewed his contract in last year or so, if you look at the amount of money he was on, and the fact that he was their best player, is when the player is playing at a certain level, usually they tend to dictate the pace of the contract. Because the gamble here is that if you don't do that and you let him go, whoever comes in to replace him, you are going to spend more money.
He's on £195,000 per week.
Yes.
Between what's he signed.
Yes, and if you look at his age now,
next season,
how old is he?
He needs to be going up.
How is he?
23.
By the time he's 25 years, that money will get to 300,000.
Even now.
And even the 195,000 is expiring in 2027.
Yes.
2026.
Okay,
2026.
Yeah.
So which means
he's looking at
extension
250,000, 300,000.
There you go. At the end of the day, you ask yourself, does he deserve that? On the face of the pink sheet, he does.
So should the club go into that?
That's the problem is that if you don't give him the money and he leaves, and you want to replace a similar quality, you end up paying close to 100 million pounds. To another club before you now pay him something within the same region that Saka will be asking
and performance wise to allow the players to adjust. Absolutely,
it's a gamble. So why don't you give it to the one who is established in the setup, the one who understands the setup, the one who's already flourishing? And I think Crystal Palace should have taken the lead.
We'll come into that. Sweep off
I don't think he should even be playing today's game. He should have just literally coming back from injury, and I think he's still not really at this.
He's the best player.
Some of these decisions,
he's the best attacking player.
Look,
when he's on form, he's the best attacking player.
Some of these decisions, when you go to the training grounds, he speaks differently because the player is putting in works, even though he returned from injury not long ago. Some players psychologically, their performance at training grounds. I listened to Sir Alex Ferguson cite the Carlos Tevez, Dimitri Berbatov example, and Berbatov was excellent always at training grounds. And Tevez was a bit more relaxed. I hear players also talk about players who come to training and they don't really want to kick the ball. But on the said match day, and they even miss trainings and what have you. But on the said match day, if you put them in the game, they are the guys who are going to give you results.
Hazard.
They've got lazy approach to training and what have you. So, Sadie, I surmise you've landed on your point.
Yeah.
Right?
So Barcelona really need to check that part of their business.
Okay.
You manage the talent that come through your academy. Don't jump the gun and give them big contracts too early.
Okay.
If not so, if things go south after 1 or 2 injuries, then you are stuck with the player. I think it has really hampered their financial situation and put them in the situation where they find themselves currently. So they just need to balance their payment and passion conversation.
Okay, great. Come now. This I'll give you. When Adam was making the argument, I had a giggling. what was it about?
Oh no, it was about Rashford, and he was saying something about. Oh, but Rashford is doing well at Barcelona, but I just feel like he can do more. But with Barcelona's how Barcelona is playing so far, I agree with Adam with what he said about Hansi Flick being the key man over here, because the way he has been able to manage the players very well. Now you even see Gerard Martin also playing as a left centre back, which is very good, because this was a player
I think at the end of the day, that will eventually be his position.
Yes,
he's actually a centre back, not a full back.
Yes, because he was really struggling.
Very comfortable in that role than when he plays as a left full back.
And that's brilliant from the coach, because he has been able to identify the good position for Gerard Martin.
A second, as compared to Bardi, he's not very
pacey. Yeah,
he's a bit slow, but for a centre back, I think he will do fine.
So it's good. It's good for Barcelona. Also good for Hansi Flick, how he has been able to manage the players very well.
Yeah.
And also when you look at their game yesterday, it was brilliant. It was Rafinha who had to do the magic for them to be able to win that game, and that was one good thing, because there was a lot of pressure on them to win that game. Because looking at how what was the name, Real Madrid will play against Alaves, that would be a very tough one today. So they had to win that game, and it was very good from Barcelona. So I'm sure that will power a lot of pressure on Real Madrid and how best they can beat Alaves.
This is 97.3 City FM. It's the Republic of Football. Hello and welcome. I am Bernard Abeko. You've heard from Coach Christopher Nimley. You've heard from Adam Kayu. You heard from Sedna Medmon and Kobnamafo as well. It's a mixture of, it's a beautiful blend of some precious ingredients to make this meal super tasteful. So let's get into the Premier League now, because of course Coach Nimley highlighted some few details. I want us to start off from the Sunderland Newcastle game. But before we do that, I want to run through games that's happening currently for listeners to be on the same tangent with us. I will let us go into the Arsenal football politics as well, whether they are really game this season, because City seem to be wanting to find a way against Crystal Palace as well. So they don't know what you are saying. That's good too. That's fine. That's Crystal Palace 0, Manchester City 0, Nottingham Forest 1, Spurs 0. Shocking, isn't it? Sunderland 0, Newcastle 0. Then there's West Ham, who are currently leading Aston Villa in 36 minutes by 2-1. Later is Brentford up against Leeds United in the English Premier League. In La Liga, where we've discussed at length what Barca should do to make sure they keep their status quo. Sevilla 3, Real Oviedo 0. And how I do to Mustafa was like, Real Oviedo, they'll be going on relegation, but we'll see what unfolds from that area. So that's fine. I'll get back to updating guys on what's been happening. But we look at the Premier League. I'll get back to the update. But I mean, surely because of what's been happening in the game, I promise we start from the Sunderland game. So let's begin from the Sunderland playing at home to Newcastle United. Newcastle brought in Nick Voltamada, but I checked the middle part of the table. I can say that between 8 downwards in that stretch, Newcastle United is finding itself. Are you of the opinion that they should get to Europe? It should be what the picture is on their minds to satisfy the fans, especially looking at in 38 minutes into this game, and there's a lot of heckling and
it's a local derby. It's a derby game. This is what for me. I like it. Yeah, because Newcastle
You are a typical Jose Mourinho kind of
not necessarily
coaching.
Newcastle,
because you need to be hard.
This is they are having the taste of their own medicine when they are the home team. So when they play at home, whatever Sunderland are very much aware that they will need to match the physicality to stand any chance of winning this game. Newcastle, they know that if they return fire for fire, the home support will not go in their favor, and that will mean that they may end up being shown a red card. And they may be go a man down. There was a scene involving Dan and one of the
is it
Mukweli? The guy showed that yes, he's a strong black dude, man. I mean, he ensured that Dan felt the sensation of the tackle. It went through his heart, through his brains, and through his spines. And for me, I like it like that because they are usually dishing such punishment out
to other teams.
To other teams. And for me, Sunderland is on the counter-attack. Oh, bro, Memo Ishkume.
What's the meaning of that, though?
You should release it one time so that we go forward.
Okay,
I mean, on the counter-attack, you don't overly do it, but I like Sunderland.
Wow.
Fighting
for all of the balls, you know.
It's proper football.
Fighting for all the balls. And I love the referee trying to keep let them play sort of attitude in the game. It sits well in a fixture like this. If it's a derby,
because
the
referee has no other option.
Ali Haaland scores,
I don't know.
What a goal!
This guy,
when he goes up, he's so good at it. That, look, if you are a top striker, players like Semenyo, Jordan Ayew, and Cole going to the World Cup, you have to put clips of this guy down and watch. Fundamentally, you return the ball back from where it came from.
But coach, the style of play of the manager, doesn't it also sit in how he's excelling?
Coach
Nasa, right?
So when we are talking about Blaster, don't talk about style of play.
Fair point.
We don't have one. Do we have one?
One of all?
Like style? Black Stars?
No, I've not seen it yet.
You don't know. Are we a counter-attacking team? Are we a transitional team? Are we a positional based team? Do we want to dominate the round?
Maybe he'll learn.
That's textbook.
We are getting to the World Cup in about 6 months. 5 months time if you take off December, and we should see more.
You don't have enough games. You see, there's no competitive game to define a style.
Yeah, they're not competitive.
There's no competitive game. The only competitive game will be in the month of March, where CAF have decided that
that's too close.
Instead of that to be an international friendly week for Africa, we'll be playing. Yeah, the guy cannot survive. That's good. Yeah, man.
Coach, I really did not want you to see that.
I've seen that. It's good. I saw that. You see, when they are playing at St. James's, they are kicking everybody left, right, center.
True.
Now, I mean, they've been given a taste of their own medicine. And Dan he's one of the strongest, most brutal defenders.
And he's coming down
in Newcastle.
Bench
and the guy went through his heart. That's good. I mean, I like that. Because Newcastle, look, when they are at St. James's, they are more than, look, when you watch them play, they are very intimidating. They are very imposing. Physically, they are extremely
There's a player on the pitch.
I think Robbie has felt the sensation.
You know, the referee
is fine.
Do you have any qualms with the referee and
Not
how
at
he's
all.
So he understands.
He understands.
Look at them. One time, now go there. This is good. You remember this player? He was the one who headed Ghana out of the AFCON.
Ronaldo.
Sunderland left back.
Yeah, Mozambique.
Yes. That Richard Ofori incident.
We are just poor. Even if we raise the Black Stars arguments here today, we can discuss it for about 3 hours. All Black Stars. It's 43 minutes off to welcome. If you just join us, this is the Republic of Football on TV, on Channel 1 TV, on radio 97.3 City FM, on YouTube, City Sports GHA, on X. You're also having the link there to join in on YouTube and watch us wherever you are. Is this the kind of game you love? Before we come to the Manchester City, and I have a few Crystal Palace who come equalize though.
They're a team that have not look bad in front of their home fans.
Anytime they go to Europe, Don't forget they were in Europe in midweek.
Yeah.
Anytime they go to Europe
And come back to the league.
they come back,
Performances
they
low.
tend to struggle. You remember, because at the end of the day, most of their games are played. This should be it. Matata. Oh,
Come. Oh, Christopher Lively, Jesus Christ.
This is an Atasa-like behavior.
Adam, I was trying to find out from you, Adam. I mean, is this the kind of game you love? The hard, tackles.
I mean, if
obstructing opposition's play.
In the end if in the end it's to ensure that the game flows on, but if you're just heckling people about and you're not really playing the football and the focus is on the physical battles, it doesn't turn into a game I would really like to watch.
You love the flair, free passing.
Not necessarily flair, but even if it's going to be physical, or let's just be in a way where in the end, like, you're playing the ball, you're not just playing the ball and leaving them out.
They are playing.
Yeah.
So but when the chance comes to make it physical, you have to embrace that.
Coach is just happy that Newcastle are getting a taste of their own medicine.
Yes, you have to embrace that.
Yeah, but then with Palace, I think Palace will make it a bit difficult for City. I don't think they will roll over for City in a game. I expect them to try and get a goal. They've been great in front of their home fans.
They have to be very careful they don't concede another one.
That's being true.
Because
but
I think the next goal is very important.
Crucial.
Yeah, but I think Coach makes a great point about how Europe generally affects their form. I think they draw points against United when they played against Strasbourg in midweek. I think it's a game they lost.
In the game?
No, he didn't start.
I think he didn't start. No, but he's on a good form. You see, the man is making a claim. I hear things are far advanced. Most likely, he should be going to the World Cup with the Black Stars. I think that's what I hear. I hear things are far advanced.
There's Nketiah, because of England in our group pushes us to go like, okay, if England is really rejecting that lad, and he's still good. The argument, I'm not coming to you. It's not the point I'm trying to push you.
The way you are.
I mean, you are just. I thought you head on.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, so for Crystal Palace, there's Dean Henderson in post, Chris Richards in the back line, in the back three, Lacroix. McGay also in that space is a player who decided to be faithful to the manager and still stay with Crystal Palace. In middle, there's Nathaniel Klein in there, Adam Watson, Diachi, Kamada, Tariq Mitchell as well, Ismail Sarr, Jeremy Pino, and Jean-Philippe Mateta up front. For Manchester City, there's Gianluigi Donnarumma. In the goalposts, there's Nunes on the right in defense in the 4-3-2-1 formation. Ruben Diaz, Josko Vadio, and Nico Reale in defense. Bernardo Silva, Nicky Gonzalez, Tijani Reinders, Ryan Cherky, Phil Foden, and Ellen Haaland, the goal scorer. City 1, Crystal Palace. What's happening? Crystal Palace. I need to take my time. I say a big good afternoon to one of the coaches advanced. CK. CK is a good friend.
What does Crystal Palace got to do with CK?
Coach, don't expand it. Coach, why do you want to expand it?
Coach, you will explain. I'll explain later. Personally, I will explain later.
He's a former Blasters coach.
And he's a good friend. I'm just a bit lost that it came at a time when you were talking about Crystal Palace.
Okay, all right. I mean, Jordan Ayew was playing for
this
Palace.
Adam Wharton boy, he think he's Xavi.
But he's a good footballer.
Oh, Maza, he's overlapping.
But he sometimes he has that. No, but he's a very good footballer.
He's been noticed because of the simplicity to his game.
Yeah, but
That's
I think he overdoes it.
But now he's overly doing it. He's not releasing the ball on time, and then he's overly indulging on completely unnecessary antics. And it's because you are playing against a quality opposition.
Yeah.
One thing that you don't want to be seen doing is to be losing the ball cheaply to them.
Yeah.
Especially now that you are trailing. You cannot be doing that.
Great. 0549986996 is intentional. I've not mentioned it. I'm aware. 0549986996 is your WhatsApp line.
Sunderland. How many players would they be losing to the AFCON?
I'll get the exact number.
That is huge.
Numbers and let you know it's huge.
That is huge.
So send your messages in on 05499869. No, the people say I'm saying it too much. I'm not rapping. 0549986996. 0549986996. So it's at a break. At halftime, I ran through a few results. I'll get into your messages on the show. Manchester City 1, Crystal Palace 0, Nottingham Forest 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0, and for that Nottingham goal was scored by Hudson Odoi.
And Nedahono.
And how's that saying?
He's going to the World Cup.
With which country?
With Ghana, of course.
Okay.
You see, look, we are not joking here. We are not joking.
You see, me, I'm asking questions.
That day,
yes.
You see, since the draw, I am passionately on a humble appeal. I mean, it's an appeal that I'm giving to Ketu Kreku and the people.
Okay.
Put your egos aside. If there's any Ghanaian player out there who will make our team better, stronger, more competitive, you don't say because when you were calling him or training whom he didn't respond. Now he's responding. So what is your problem?
And people say some people qualified the team to the World Cup.
We don't owe anybody that right. I say if this is what we are to, then Otoado himself did not deserve to play in 2006. He played in only one qualification game, the one in Burkina Faso. Even that one we lost. That was our first game.
But he played,
Since then, he never came back.
Point is him.
And at the time, Laye Sabato Kingston,
fantastic.
He should have gone to the World Cup.
Yeah.
If I was the head coach of the Black Stars, there was
pained.
no way I would
pained.
have dropped Laye Kingston because he had a too-match ban. The Black Stars played how many games? 4 games at the World Cup. Laye had done so well that he deserved to have gone to have played. And in the game that we missed, Michael Essien, Sabato would have gone in there with Stephen Appiah and Sule and make a lot of difference.
That's true.
You understand?
That's true.
After all, Otoado said he only played one game. He became a liability. He couldn't impact.
It's okay.
But he was there when
Aminu
Gaman
I say it's okay. He's our coach now.
No, what I'm saying, no. I'm rather pleading with them that please, no more Oto. We are dead serious about this matter. It's a humble appeal. Talk to Nketia and Odwe and the goalkeeper, the one at the Belgium Akma.
Jaden also drew.
Talk to these people.
Then there's another Jaden at Como.
Simple. Go and talk to them. No, yeah, midfield. We have zero problem in midfield. We have serious problem in midfield. Our laterals are not good. If these guys would allow us to tweak the system and make our team a formidable one, you put them in. Imagine we are playing England in that second game. We need a draw. And then, because we would have beaten Panama, let's assume. I'm not saying we are going to beat them. There's a reason why they are ranked 30th. But if we are ranked 72nd.
If Otto fails to beat Panama,
you wait.
One of the furious guys.
There's a reason why
because
you
played with the guy, the coach. You played with the coach in Dortmund. They are ranked fair point. I'm saying fair point. But Otoado, if you say
the way he knows the guy, that's the way the guy knows him. And the guy has a better record with jobs he's done.
Fair point.
So the point I'm making, assuming we beat Panama and we are playing with England, 15 minutes to go, they are leading us 1-0, and you make a change. And Odwe and Nketia are introduced.
That's another fresh game.
Imagine these boys. Imagine these boys. If you don't die, your head go cut.
You have to say that again.
Meaning if you don't die, you cut your hair. Imagine Nketia coming on 15 minutes to go. No, we are serious here.
Yeah.
Nketia coming 15 minutes to go. Patejet lost the ball.
More dribbles.
This gay live with
Nketia. So net.
Atina Kasa.
Too much against England.
Can you imagine
the solo coup that will happen on that street?
That game will be played where?
We play it in America. We play Boston. Do you know the number of Ghanaians in Boston?
Yeah. We will uproot the foundation of that
solo coup on the street. Solo coup on the street.
Germany about chic and Libya. But you know, could be only. Oh, we are begging them. We are buying. Look, we are on our knees. Oh,
yeah.
Ghanaians, please. Let's put everything aside. Even Otuado, he rubbished our team at the World Cup. You remember? He said he doesn't see himself coaching Ghana. Listen, I'm citing examples why.
Example. Sensitive. As you qualify,
What I am saying is this. What I'm saying is this.
Sure.
In Qatar, you remember Otuado when he granted the interview? He said, he doesn't see himself coaching the Black Stars. Yeah. Do you know how derogatory that statement was? But even him, we've forgiven him. He failed to qualify for the AFCON. We've forgiven him.
Okay, that's the point.
He's not. That's the point I want to make.
Okay.
So we don't want Keto Kreku and coach to be telling us that when they call Hudson Odoi was bluffing. Odoi was doing this. National bluffer. What did he do?
Yeah. What bluff, Kaka?
One bluffer.
What bluff?
You see, he was not born here. He was not raised here.
That's true.
What did you expect? Say, Adrena Befie.
Yeah.
Adreno Abefie. So once, look, let me tell you something. I've had big men. I can't, for one reason or the other, I can't mention their names.
Yeah.
A kukudam for power Ghana who listens to this show every now and then, and most of them, when after the draw they called me. If I'm not mistaken, I've had 6 of such calls already.
What's the comment?
The coach continue to reiterate the point that you've been making on the collapse of some of these boys who were not born here. The point I'm making is that clearly, if he's better than what we have, you can't tell me you won't call him.
True.
FIFA is thinking about each country taking close to what? 30 players. 30. If we are taking 30 players, Okwe and Nketia cannot be part of the 30. And that goalkeeper. What are you talking about?
Get them on the phone.
Get them on the phone, man. Let them play. We are serious. We are not joking. I'm telling you. If you like, look, let people call it.
When you're blaming, when you're
your power on top. You see, they should put Ghanaians. This is a humble appeal.
Yeah.
Let's forget about it. Look, let's forget about it.
True.
Today, do you know what DRC is doing? Congo, do you know the number of players they brought in? Didn't we see Wan-Bissaka? Do you know how long they changed Wan-Bissaka? Do you know how long they changed Wan-Bissaka?
When he was playing for Manchester United.
No,
not even Manchester.
Crystal Palace. He was playing for Crystal Palace.
When he was at Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
When he was at Crystal Palace, that was when they chased him.
When he was aware,
Crystal Palace.
Where are you going with this matter?
Where are you going?
And them interview now, the point I'm making is
about something like
the point I'm making is
no about something like
let's leave that one. The point I'm making is that do you know how long DRC chased Wan-Bissaka? They chased him for years. And what even worsened their situation when Wan-Bissaka eventually signed for the biggest team in England. He said, you have become England for me. He waited, the call never came. But the people of DRC did not say, because you have bluffed us over the years, we need you come and play. Twazebe, do you know?
Alex, the former
Twazebe. Do you know how long it took them to change their mind to come and play for DRC? Are they not doing the job?
You feel it's time the other African countries, for example, Ghana.
Look, we are begging. The last time I listened to the FA president, the way he sounded, I didn't like it. When he said people block. Yes.
Today I like the way you are. Your posture is nice.
No, he's my friend.
Fantastic.
Oh yeah, I didn't say on your mecca. Oh no, so on him. Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, me
bonabado. He's just laughing.
Me bonabado. He knows. Look, me.
I have to find even if they are back from America.
I'm not a hypocrite.
I don't know.
Me, if it's I will not massage it. maybe the tone is what I will change, but I'll end up telling you the truth.
I know.
That's what I stand for.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a humble appeal.
Now I am Kenya. What's the Francis for?
Oh, me fight. We are begging them. They should look at these things and think Ghana. You see, the decision they make should be inspired by the Ghanaianness in them.
Okay.
So let the Ghanaianness in you lead you to take a decision in the interest of Ghana. Put your egos aside. Ego in the ego no
eko. That's true. That's it.
Yesterday, my best ever Ghanaian musician was buried.
True.
Miracle.
Yeah.
But I need to move on.
100%.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, it's about Ghana. What is best for Ghana? Hodgson Odwe. Odwe Nketia.
Yeah.
Look, if they have decided to play for Ghana, Otuado, clear your mind.
Yeah.
If these guys na dream say them guys you want to me aboye na if I want to
okay,
because me at the Boston Stadium on that fateful day.
Soloko on the Boston street.
Don't nyame. Papa, look, nyame na yesterday say he should
give us life,
should make a way so that we will be there. England for they themselves, when they meet us on that day, they will know that we have arrived. Lakabo.
Yeah. There's no coaching things.
Lakabo.
It's
now Saka
must
be meeting Saka.
It's Thomas Tuchel against
Saka of Igrobero.
Saka Nigeria.
Now when we there, Alatani or dominate here, where will be by? So Saka, we will show him where he originated from. Not England. We will show him. You understand? These are the sort of things that we need to be telling our players. We'll show him where he originated from.
Yeah, man.
Bukayo Saka.
Yeah, man.
Where go? Over face not one time.
He
can do all the best for England, but when it comes to he can do all the best for Arsenal. But when it comes to England, he has to and Blaster, he has to be serious.
Fantastic.
So please, we are appealing to you people.
Great.
Otuado. Schaefer, even Schaefer, he doesn't see a far, but he himself is part of the when we go for break, you can go for break and let me tell you.
Let me read the messages I beg you. Coach's microphone is off. You put us in trouble today. So on YouTube, I read a few of your messages on YouTube. Jane says, say coach is something else. Emmanuel Chitam indicates, okay, so please tell your guy Chelsea isn't Barca. Simple. Ata Ej. He knows that. He accepted. Kwame says heat. Kwame, I see your message as well. Say coach Nimli says Soloku on Boston streets. Kwame sensing that one. Yeah. Yeah.
Kaye bobo na England. Go repeat. Kaye bobo Oh Charlie. Chile for 4. Thank you. On the street of Boston. On the street of Boston.
Fantastic.
Red, gold, green with the blacks.
Because the FIFA safety and security heads, they say they won't let us play the Soloku in the stadium. So we'll bring it on the street.
On the street, yeah.
No, we'll play the Soloku. We'll take the drum into the
stadium. Yeah, that's what they are saying.
And then baby how? So no, but don't take the trumpet like the 990.
They say drums.
No, but our drum is a simple wooden structure.
No, they say no. What we do in AFCON and what they're not going to allow that in the
no, you see, this is
maybe
what
they might change their mind.
They will have to. These are not harmful objects. We are not going to use it to harm anybody.
They feel in the moment of.
No, it is within our supporters group. Africa, the way we do our thing, they should not suppress us from expressing ourselves. We are not violent people. We are friendly people. Nobody should suppress us. Because can you imagine we are going to the stadium, no ododompo, no conga, no drum, no trumpet. How are we going to support our team? That is our culture. That is what we support. you end up seeing even the white joining us to dance. We don't we see it several times?
We've seen it.
So we are pleading with them. They shouldn't do
I
that.
also pray they change. They have a change.
I'll be surprised they maintain that stance because even at the FIFA Club World Cup, the Brazilian teams
they came with their drums.
So why the change of
stance? They can't stop us.
No, and even in other World Cups,
I think what they are saying we should do is to register them. I think that is it. Whatever instrument you want to use, it should be registered. Yes, it should be registered. So please, how do you call this man, my good friend, the supporters union? Chakapama. No, won't panify. You register ni BFA because they cannot stop us from using those things. What are they talking about? Don't they have the way they support their team? We do have our way. Even so when the Black Stars players are coming and they are playing, they'll go and collect it from them. Then they should take that tournament. We are coming home quick.
Coach,
no, it's a morale booster for our team.
Don't say the last statement. Take it.
No, if our players are showing Jama and they are coming with the Ododopo, they'll take the Ododopo for them.
How? Because the Black Stars also.
The Black Stars in our bus. We enter the. Don't we see the white people? They take. Sound system dressing room. Which our own is the Ododopo. Okay. What are they talking about?
Fair point. They don't say we'll come home if they don't. Friday I met the incoming ambassador to the US.
I told you this guy. He started misbehaving.
I'll come back to you guys. But I want to finish the messages. Matthias Dapa says. He likes coach so much. Okay. Okay. So they can drop Kamaldeen, no end product for Odoi, but in Katia, someone who doesn't get much playing time.
He's been scoring. Last week you saw the goal he scored. Yeah. Scored a fantastic goal.
Okay, so I think Kwame says he wants to be the German leader or something. Yes. I mean, you have to let us know where you are. If you are in the state already, let us know. Martin Donu Kobla says, Coach is healing my depression.
Which
is a fantastic. Okay, so someone says, yes, instruments will be allowed from registered groups.
Registered. That's what I heard.
So registered groups can take.
So I myself, I have my personal Dodompo. I need to register it.
You have to belong to a group.
No, individual. I cannot go in my own one corner.
You have to be in a group. I beg you.
No, I'm in the tournament.
All right. Okay. That's fair. Okay. Some people are raising issues of the CONCACAF Gold Cup this year, and not underrating Panama. Let's get into your messages.
They're in the final. Isn't it?
US beat them in the final. So.
Yes.
I remember watching that game.
Yeah. There's a goal scored in the Sunderland Newcastle game.
I think Votamalda scored.
Votamalda scored an own goal. An own goal.
Votamalda.
Say that again.
Votamalda.
Oh my God.
I like his name.
Nick
Votamalda. The German.
You pronounce
that Florence verbs.
That's
the No, but that's the name. Florence verbs.
Thank you.
That's in Votamalda.
You see why I miss you? When I was away, I miss you. All these things were playing my mind. When I come back to Coach Nimley, Top Shutter from Kaswa says, "Good afternoon, City Sports. Today's submission is the best I've ever listened. I must emphasize that Coach Nimley has been very objective and circumspect in his argument. His humor is so golden too." He adds. This is from Gilbert. He says, "Good afternoon, my role models. It's your boy Gilbert from Ashiaman. I'm very happy about my darling club Chelsea winning yesterday, and also Cole Palmer coming back from injury with a goal." He adds. Echo Ocher from Shy Hills says, "Hi Republic of Football, thanks for all you do. I've got a question. In the history of football, at whichever competitive level, has there ever been a game where all goals, in this case, referencing the Arsenal Wolves game yesterday, where all three goals in this case were own goal by one team,
A lot.
which lost the game.
A lot. We'll try and put that up.
True. Ali says, good afternoon, guys. I think you guys are not analyzing the Chelsea Rafinha issue well. What's your argument? He says, Chelsea were in a situation of Abramovich and Ukraine saga at that moment. So Rafinha was not sure. He didn't sign for Barca because of the money. Apart from Chelsea, he really loves Barca. Chelsea will beat Newcastle in the next game because Caicedo will be back for that game and Palmer will do his thing again. Ellie statement. Let's stay on Ellie's
One thing you
comments
don't
first.
want to do if you are competing with Barcelona and Real Madrid over a Brazilian or a South American player, forget it.
Yeah.
Forget it. They'll win it. So whether Abramovich was there or not, once it is a Brazilian player and Barcelona or Real Madrid shows up, they win the battle. You know how Man United lost Ronaldinho? Do you know how? I mean, several South American players, their dream is to play for either Real Madrid or Barcelona.
Yeah.
That is their dream. What is Ismail Assar doing?
I think he had wanted space for himself. So he
One
just
time shot.
cutting in.
No, why are you cutting? Can't he score from there? Look at this man.
I think he should have just tried.
Look, we saw
and shot from-
Rodrigo. We saw Rodrigo in midweek score from a similar
close
angle.
one, Yeah. Angle was tight. You just have to give it a bit of power. and direction.
Vodamelda is paced, man. Vodamelda.
But quick one.
Yeah.
I want to correct the text.
Ellie,
on something.
that's Ellie.
Please be aware that in 2022, the owners of Chelsea are the current owners of Chelsea. So it had nothing at all. Nothing.
The Todd Boyleys are still there.
Yeah, and also the money structure, the payment structure Chelsea presented to Leeds was way better
Than what Barcelona
presented.
Rafinha just made his choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
As at now we speak, Barcelona still owe Leeds United,
True.
and Leeds want their money.
True.
Into one year,
It is the player. Once Barcelona shows up,
But
he's going there.
You say that as if you don't know how transfers are paid. I think those kind of conversations are just rich. Like people who understand football to that level know nobody pays the transfer in full. It's always done in installments. So I don't know why
amortization.
I don't know why anytime it's Barcelona, then
Look, there are a lot of clubs who are owing clubs.
It's funny.
It's simple. Super analysis from Coach. As a serious country, we shouldn't close the door on any player in the diaspora. Aren't they Ghanaians? If they are ignored, then the big gurus in the FA want their share. That's your point you speak of. Bernard, I'm Danny from Ekropon Equiapim. Please explain CK Akono and Krista. Charlie, it's okay. His coach said that we beg. I made a mistake. Nah, admit I made a mistake. Charlie,
There's nothing
So
to
look,
explain there.
True. 0549 986 996 on our WhatsApp lines. 0548 0549 0549 986 996. Soloku on the Boston streets. Coach, tell them we are coming. Caleb, Edu sent that message in. He also indicates we need a champion in the team. Chelsea's a champion.
Yeah, that boy said we should go and talk to him. If you can come and play. Sunderland.
We'll get that ball.
But they are playing very well. They are playing very well.
Sorry, let's run through the results. Then we'll go for a break, and we come back. I'll do your messages. I'll get back to the guys in other discussion because Nottingham Forest are leading Tottenham Hotspurs by 2-0, and I can't fathom. Odoi scores again.
Take him to the World Cup and stop that.
So it's Nottingham Forest 2, Tottenham Hotspur 0, Crystal Palace 0, Manchester City 1, Sunderland 1, Newcastle 1, West Ham 2, Aston Villa 2. 54 minutes in that game. Brentford will be playing Leeds later. In La Liga, Real Oviedo got a red card. Sevilla finished them by 4-0. I'll run you through the table in La Liga, later on in the show. Celta Vigo versus Athletic Club will be coming up at 3:15. It's 3:13 now. We'll be telling you more about that. Rico Davante, Villarreal has been postponed. Deportivo Alaves versus Real Madrid is at 8 p.m. In the German Bundesliga, Freiburg 0, Borussia Dortmund 1. Bayern will be taking on Mainz 05 at 4:30, and at 6:30 is Werder Bremen up against Stuttgart. In Italian Serie A, it's AC Milan 2, Sassuolo 2, Fiorentina 1 in 47 minutes, Hellas Verona 1. Udinese 0, Napoli 0, 57 minutes played. Genoa will be taking on Inter later. Bologna will be playing against Juventus later as well. In the French Ligue 1, it's Lyon 1, Le Havre 0. Game is traveled 52 minutes. Auxerre will be taking on Lille later on. Lens will be playing Nice 4:15. Strasbourg will be playing Lorient. Marseille will be taking on Monaco at 7:45 later this evening. Let's go for a break. When we come back in studio, we'll tackle the rest of your messages and get on to other matters. This is the Republic of Football. Welcome if you just tune in. If you are on YouTube, you're watching us on TV, stay glued. We'll be back shortly. to an amazing Sunday approaching Christmas. All the guys in the studio. Coach Christopher Nimley with us here. Today somebody asked me when I was on the stretch looking for porridge to drink. He asked me, is Coach Nimley going to be on the show? I told him that if he sends a message, add his name. So that the shout out come from you direct. Well, he says he watches the game alongside the show.
It's very good.
You know, because he wants to. Yeah. He says it's difficult, but he doesn't want to miss the substance of the show. So he just puts the commentary a little down, and then he has this, in between and listening. And so
that's interesting.
Yeah.
You should just
a lot of people have, sent such testimony.
Wow.
They don't want to miss the show. They don't want to go and watch a replay of it again. They want to watch the game and watch the show as well, because on TV.
So
and those on radio too as well. So they want to just combine the two sounds and be paying attention.
But they should just kill the commentary sound and listen to us.
That's amazing. I would love to hear that as well. 0549-986-996. Welcome on YouTube. Send a link across and give your fellow an opportunity to follow here as well. Let me get through your WhatsApp messages. Get it too, then I can go through it. Get it too. Just get it too in addition. The two messages, get the addition. Let's go. 0549-986-996. 0549-986-996. On this show, every other weekend, we sit down on analysis to paint the picture clearer to you. Let me run you through what's happening at the other centers as we just went on that break. Whatever reaction that has transpired, we need to talk about it before we go into the discussion. So it's 61 minutes played. Palace are looking to check out the little pocket of spaces to get the all-important equalizer, which I feel they would do. It's still Manchester City 1, Palace 0, Nottingham Forest 2, Tottenham Hotspur 0, Sunderland 1, Newcastle 0, West Ham United 2, Villa 2. Brentford will be taking on Leeds at 4:30. Celta Vigo 0, Athletic Club 0 in Spanish La Liga. Game currently ongoing. Freiburg 0, Borussia Dortmund 1, half-time in the German Bundesliga. Fiorentina 0, Hellas Verona 1, 54 minutes done. In the Italian Serie A, Napoli taking on Udinese 0-0 in that game as well. Lyon 1, Le Havre 0, 58 minutes in the French League. So games that are currently happening in that show. Let's get to talk on WhatsApp. Let's know what your analysis are before I get back to the city in studios, because the guys are paying clean attention to the games which are currently happening. They'll be telling you more about it. Harrison inside Lashibi says, hello, hello guys, good afternoon. Nice discussion you're having. Please, what is the Arsenal score against Wolves and Barcelona 2? So Arsenal beats Wolves by 2-1. For Barcelona, they also won by 2 goals. 2 goals to what? 0. So that's it. David from Domi says, please, forget what are you talking about with the humble appeal. No player's talent is bigger than their national team.
He's coming. He's been introduced in Ketia.
In the Crystal Palace game. Yeah. If he scores, it's
Mateta has been completely non-existent today.
If he scores, it will then become a serious matter.
No, last week he scored. Didn't you see the goal he scored last week?
If he score again,
one touch to control,
maybe he scored in their Europa game.
Yes,
Conference League game.
So he's on form.
No player's talent is bigger than their national.
Nobody have said that.
To serve, no matter how bad the national team is. Okay, so it says no player's talent is bigger than their national team core to serve, no matter how bad the national team is. No matter how many Ballon d'Ors Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo got, if they ever played national teams or World Cup football, they wouldn't have been rated. I think you say if they never played national team or World Cup football, they wouldn't have been rated. When you say, allow those who killed the prey enjoy. The
Messi was born in Argentina. Ronaldo was born in Portugal. So they are playing where they were born. These people, they were not born in Ghana. They were not raised in Ghana. I've said DRC is a perfect example. Do you know how long it took Nigeria to bring Ademola Lookman to the Super Eagles?
It took a while for Lookman to come. Choose the Kong.
Who has left them?
You know how long it took them to decide to play for Nigeria?
Let me finish this. Those who worked hard to get us there should work harder to take us further.
Standard. We are not going to be playing against child and
I told you that. I've told you about the discussion.
We are not going to play. We are playing against Panama, ranked 30th.
Don't do that.
England, rank what? 4th. Croatia, rank what?
Why?
Those are the countries we are going to be different quality, different standard. So please, we want to present our best.
This gives more morale and vim to our local players too. Our national team has to have some pride. These guys only come when they realize they can ride on the national team to boost their careers.
Wait, now,
how old is Nketiah now? Nketiah is around 25, 26. If he comes now, he plays for the Black Star for the next 8 to 10 years.
Yeah.
What is your problem?
And after this, he will be playing the qualifiers.
Yes.
The qualifiers.
$13.67 million. You think it's small money? I listened to Honorable Kofi Idi Adams, my main man. He said that there's every likelihood that even the $13.67 million will go up. We'll add more money to it.
Nketiah is 26.
Today, the dollar has come down.
Nketiah is 26.
But are we feeling it in our pocket? I'm telling you, you are going to spend 13.6 million. We are serious. You have to go there with the best. That's the point I'm making.
I'm telling you, Nketiah is 26.
Nketiah is 26. Yes, if he plays for at least when you call him, he plays. He has at least 7-8 years to play for the national team, which is good.
Okay.
You see, these boys, they are not on retirement. They are not retiring. How old is Hodgson Odoi?
It's 25.
25.
Yeah.
So he can play. They were born there, so their ages are correct. They will play like 10 years.
Hey. Your microphone is off. I don't know anything. I don't know anything.
If I'm telling the truth, you don't want to listen.
Quick one here. You see, in as much as we are trying to say,
that is the problem. We don't like to listen to the truth.
This matter.
But in as much as we are trying to,
I know of a player who played for Ghana. When he was playing for under 20, his firstborn was in what? SHS. I know.
Coach, I beg.
So when I'm talking, let me talk. Or else I will start saying things.
I don't know. I say I don't know. You only say I say I don't know what I say. I don't know. You are telling me.
I don't know.
What coach is saying, the last part, me, I am a living testimony of one. So if you want an example, you can come and ask.
Give example.
I'm not going to give any example. It's okay. Let's continue.
Not on TV as well.
Quick one. You see, people say and think that the diasporan players want to use the Black Stars as a stepping stone in terms of the World Cup. But let me now cast their minds back to something. What normally happens on the local scene that we normally see? It's evident because after it normally happens. Let's go back and look at the number of Black Star, the number of GPL players that have represented the Black Stars, and the moment they represent the Black Stars and do quote and unquote well, what happens to them? They transfer and leave the shores of Ghana. Has anyone taken keen interest in that particular line of thought and that consistency that keeps happening and says that they are using the Black Stars to launch their career onto the international stage? Have we had that conversation?
The Accra House of Folk striker who got the opportunity to play for the Black Stars.
Banye.
Yes.
Oh, let's go with the name. Banye.
This one is on a good note, so we can mention Banye. You know, got an opportunity to move out.
Let me go. Foden.
Oh, this Palestine.
Coach said it. Coach said it when they get the second goal.
The second goal makes it completely.
No, but seriously,
it's Manchester City to Palestine.
Once we are not finding issues with GPL players using the Black Stars or even the Black Galaxies as a launch pad for their careers to get into,
we shouldn't then fault the other
Europe and other places. Then I think we should be fair. I believe in equality.
I think it's this. I don't think any player anywhere will not like the opportunity to play for a national team. it's a different sort of eyeball on you. Generally, whether it's from the local front or from the foreign front, performance in the national team always boosts your career. So I don't think it should be looked at as, those from the diaspora want to use as a stepping stone to when local players play. I think that's the point Seth is trying to make. When local players play in the national team too, it just makes your career and your CV look nicer.
Yeah.
And when it makes you more attractive for clubs, like you're good enough to the extent that your national team wanted you to play, so obviously you are somebody who's worth buying. I think it's along those lines. So yeah, I don't think we should look at it in that vein, but I can understand where people will come from, where they feel like some people have labored to get the Black Stars to the World Cup and others will come and enjoy the fruits of the labor. I said it's a complicated conversation if you ask me. I think two things can be true at the same time, so sometimes people have to do things differently.
Okay.
Just one sentence.
Okay.
You know the funny
I want
thing?
to finish the messages.
The funny thing is, these same people are going to call for a quota system to include people from the GPO. Watch it and let it happen.
No, I'm one of those who call for a quota system.
No, I'm not. Like the same people who are saying this against the diasporans will be the same people to call for a quota. But we are saying that people qualified us to the World Cup. But we are calling
anybody
for a
who
quota.
qualify us to the World Cup. We are building the team fresh. You earn your right to go to the World Cup. Simplicity. No, with that they've taken the money. They've been paid for the job they did. Have they not been paid?
They've been paid. What do you guys think about football prophecies? Are we being asked to maintain the squad? So we get to the quarterfinals. Are we being asked to maintain the same squad so we get to the quarterfinals? I think it's a question you want to ask. It's the same prophet with Kamadin and Fatal prophecy. What do you guys? I think you must come a little clearer. I don't know if you guys understand this message, but you must come a little clearer. Lonot Kevin, let me understand your message better. Raymond Decoder inside Tama Community 4 says, superb analysis from coach. As a serious country, we shouldn't close the door on any player in the diaspora. Aren't they Ghanaians? If they are ignored, then the big gurus in the FA want their share. Okay, I think I've done this already. Hector at Tottenham says, Arsenal looks like they will be doing what they are known to be doing best this season also.
Yeah.
Their win against Wolves was odd against football.
I disagree.
As Wolves deserves to have the win.
I disagree.
In that game. Liverpool will bounce back.
Last week, didn't Arsenal lose the game in the last minute? Could
win about 15 games back.
They are allowed to lose games in the last minute. They cannot win games in the last minute.
I disagree too.
What sort of analysis is that? Last week against Aston Villa, when did Arsenal lose the game? Was it not in the 90-something minute? They are allowed to lose. They are allowed. They can lose games, and it's okay. If they lose game in the 90-something minute, there's a problem. If they win game in the 90-something minute, there's a problem. But they told the guy to go ahead. Right now, Sunderland is winning. Look at the header, the Melda. What's the name of that? Voltemada. Look at the header he gave. Charlie. Look at that. So if Sunderland win that game, win this very game, you say it was because Vadameda headed the ball into its own net.
Voltemada.
Voltemada, you are all there.
but for me, yesterday I feel that Arsenal labored when they shouldn't have labored. They created their own problems and struggled to deal with it.
Why? Wolves have nothing to lose. They are aware.
Wolves have nothing to lose, and going into the game, we all knew that Wolves were coming to sit back and sit deep. Exactly what they did. And Arsenal, the entirety of the first half, I was like, what is going on? You have creative players in there.
Yeah.
Unleash them and let them gel. You can't have creative players in there and still leave all the creativity and try and let the man 41, Declan Rice, to be the starch, to pull everything together.
If you are playing Eberechi Eze behind, if you are playing Eberechi Eze behind Saka, that's crazy stuff. That should win you games.
And And also, the second goal that was scored by Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah.
No, he didn't score.
No, he didn't score.
Yes, so it was an own goal, but he in that position,
yeah.
I dare say that Gyökeres could have had a second goal prior to him even going off the pitch. But then again, because of coach will say coaching and how constantly, just like they were doing it against Aston Villa, there were portions in the game where you get the laterals overlapping and getting ahead of the wingers. So constantly, when Saka is about to cross the ball, guess who Saka is crossing the ball to? Not targeting Gyökeres, but going for Timber. And Timber was constantly getting in the way of Gyökeres. And people will come in and say that Gyökeres is not performing. But it is as a result of some of these little tactical tweaks that Arteta has been doing on the pitch. But for Wolves, they better luck next time. But I know a lot of people would also say that the first goal should not have stood because the corner was not quote unquote a corner because of some offside situation.
Saka being offside.
No. It's not offside.
The moment the referee calls for it as a corner, I think we should all respect. They're humans. They make them.
No, but it's not a mistake because the ball was kicked towards Saka. The ball, Saka never interfered with play. The ball was headed out right before it got to Saka. Hence, it nullifies that argument and conversation around offside.
Great. The race for the title would depend on the scores of other games. It has always been, bro. Hector inside Tottenham. Please. All right. So there's one message here which also reads. It's from Tay inside Sakumono. He says Rafinha signed for Barca because he rejected Chelsea's offer. He was determined to join Barca and didn't care if he would be second fiddle to Dembele. Dogbu says, but Chelsea won as Tval at the expense of Real Madrid and Barca.
Is it true? It's not true. Hey, Real Madrid didn't go first. Now Chelsea, can they compete with Real Madrid? Real Madrid can go and buy the best player at Chelsea. Can they go and buy Real Madrid best player?
No way.
You better stop these things.
Courage from Kofrodia says, if Hosnodo and Nikatia...
Voltamelda has been substituted.
You just love the name.
Yeah, man. His days. Look at the replay.
Coach is having a few days.
Charlie.
That's the guy who came
fantastic
to
header.
replace Alexander Isak.
Hey.
Voltamada. Great. Let's get into more of the message. If Hosinodo and Nketiah keep producing goals and assists, leaving them out would make no football sense. Selection should reward form and usefulness, not past feelings. A national team is not a loyalty scheme. It's a problem-solving unit. You take the players who can solve the problems in front of you. Sentiment does not win tournament. Clear judgment does. If they are delivering, they should be there. Anything else is emotional decision making dressed up as principle. This is a beautiful message. Let me see the name of the guy who sends this again. Courage. You are indeed a courageous guy from Kofrodia. Great stuff. Nathan from Kaswa says, I didn't watch the Arsenal's game yesterday. I checked the result later, only to realize they needed 2 own goals from Wolves to win the game. Even my Man United in their poor state put 4 goals.
It doesn't matter.
Please don't. Look, the United fans. I am.
It doesn't matter. If you understand football, you won't talk like that.
Don't let us get into
Arsenal lost against Villa in the 90-something minute.
The last kick of the
game. They can lose, but they cannot win in it.
Look, it was a hustle and tussle in the penalty area. They tried, I didn't win. The ball entered the net.
Who took the 3 points?
At the end of the day, it was Villa.
Then yesterday, Arsenal took the 3 points. You see, there's the Ungo. It wasn't the goal.
Well, he continues and says, Arsenal are proper landers. They will surely vacate that first position by the end of the season. Football Republic at its finest, he adds. So that's it. On 0549 986 996, 0549 986 996, you get a chance to send in your comment as well. So Lono Kevin is back, guys. He says, do you guys what do you guys say about football prophecies? We are being asked to maintain the squad. What do you guys think about football prophecies? Okay, coach.
One bit. I will advise
football prophecies, right?
every proper man of God. If you are a proper man of God, you don't engage in football prophecy. You don't.
Stay away.
You don't engage yourself in that. Because at the end of the day, you are sitting on time bomb. Your credibility as a man of God will be questioned if it doesn't go your way. It is just like gambling. You cannot predict. What we do here, there are things we say before, during, and after. The before is based on what has happened previously.
True.
The during we will say as the game is ongoing. The after we will say after we have seen what has happened. These are 3 lines of analysis. So if you don't understand them, you may always be a bit confused and you'll be engaging yourself in prophecy and prophecy. We don't want that. We don't want that. We should take the same team that drew against Chad, that couldn't beat Sudan and Niger, and we should take the same coach.
Fair point.
That's the point some of us are making. What coach? No, any coach. Saka team. Coach no nyade. You is a grown. Look, where the World Cup is going to be played. Anything America,
Mexico, Canada, America.
You wait. Mexico is an attachment to the tournament. Listen. When I told you,
I'll come to you.
When I told you, you remember I said that we are going to Canada and America. You remember I said, what did the draw show?
Hey, we are going to Canada.
Simplicity.
So coach is a prophet.
I'm not a prophet. I'm telling you what happened. So the point I'm making is that when you hear America, what comes to mind? Standard, the very best. The fact that Yankee. And so when we are going to America, there's no substandard, below standard attitude and present. You present your very best. That is the point. So look, I can't imagine with 32 teams to qualify out of 48. We go there, and after first 3 games, we are coming home. Look.
See what hot body can do. You'll be hot on that day.
Can you imagine that?
You project your hotness in the
those even went to Qatar.
Still on the Boston
After 3
streets.
games, they were being. Did you see the Ghanaians when they were coming back? Obiabutu. The point we are making is we are going to America. Minimum, give us 5 games to come home.
That's quarterfinals.
That is the point I'm making.
Okay.
Minimum 5 games. Anything less than 5 games is unacceptable. And unless you don't want to be serious. That's why some of us are saying, that backroom staff is too weak.
Okay.
Schaefer, Enani, Omati.
Coach, microphone is
off.
Coach, microphone is off. His microphone is off. You came into trouble one of these days. His microphone is off. But Nottingham Forest has gotten their 3rd goal. Ibrahim Sangari has a goal for.
I want you to search why Wilfred Schaefer was sacked in his last.
We'll talk about it later. No, but don't search it. You don't search it. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Because the way things are going. If I allow you, if I you are the one saying it.
Everything could. I'm saying the truth.
Fair point.
You see, the truth will always set you free.
Rogers has gotten a 3rd goal. He's gotten the 3rd goal for Aston Villa. So it's 3-2 now.
I just want to say, but what's happening at Spurs? Because it's very shocking. With
Are they playing home or away?
They are playing
away.
And that is that. I think their away form has been good. Has been decent.
And they are losing by 3 goals to 0
the Champions
against
League.
Forest.
When you play in midweek. Look, this league. When you play, you see, there's 2 teams. The 2 teams all played in midweek. One played on Wednesday. One played on Thursday. You see how the Thursday team is suffering? Look at that telepathic turn by Nketiah. Look at that Nketiah. What?
No, he didn't.
Look at that move. Just watch. Look at the 10. 1, 2, 3. Look at that.
So he carries a ball into the 18-yard
Look
box,
at that.
trying to move away, a little from the 18, but still stays around the edge and then shoots with a little opportunity he gets because there was a Manchester City player on him trying to defend. It's what coaches describe.
Quick one. The national team of Josko Gvardiol. I think that's what, Croatia?
Yeah, Croatia. Yeah.
Okay, I rest my case.
Oh, why? What's happening?
I've not said anything. But in Ketia, Ghana, Croatia, World Cup.
We played against German defenders in the past.
No, I'm just saying that this is a little matchup you are seeing.
Yes.
Okay.
This is Vardiol. Nketiah is already playing against him. So he will see his weakness.
Oh, dead though.
But Charlie, I like the way Sunderland.
I'm marshalling Newcastle, yeah.
Charlie, what Pim won?
Okay, all right. So 0549986996 0549986996. Your numbers on WhatsApp space. Get your messages in and.
Osinodo gave the assist to for the third goal.
That's a man of the match performance.
Yeah.
Simple.
2 goals, 1 assist.
The form is coming. We are begging you people should do the right thing.
Did you come here with an agenda?
No, they should just do the right thing, my brother. Right now, anytime I come and sit here, I will say this thing. We are begging them. We are taking the best.
But
to
the thing I'm
America
begging, why are
and
you
Canada.
using Takashi to do this?
It's not Takashi. I'm begging them, but I'm telling them boldly.
Okay, that's fair.
Put your emotions aside. Think Ghana. Love
The
Ghana.
last time-
Show Ghana. Let Ghana be the winner.
Fair point.
Look, we are not going to the AFCON. No.
It's true.
Next week, Sunday, by now, the AFCON
December
opening
21.
game is on. Will you be there?
No. Ghana is not there.
No, I mean, in Shomaka was sure your World Cup. What joke are we joking?
That's
We
the meaning of what you said?
Yes, me and Shomaka was sure. We are not joking at the World Cup.
Fair.
We are serious. All those of you close, me, this thing, I'm hoping that our boss, Samens, will put things together. We'll go and watch the World Cup.
Yeah.
Me, I will not. If I go there, they will not give me any chance to go. True or false? Can you
I don't
imagine
get
Ketu Kreku would say, "Oh, take Coach Nimli"? He can't do that. He won't do that.
No, he can do that.
But he won't do it.
Okay.
You understand?
That I don't.
Me, I will not go to him.
Why?
No, I don't want any problem.
Why don't you want to?
Me, I will not go to him.
Why?
But my boss is there. Oh. You know my boss, Osakre. He's my boss.
I know. But why? Why wouldn't you go there?
No, you see, I want him to be, because me, when they take me, whatever I go in, I see, when I come, I'll come and say it. Whether it is good or I'll come and say, or me, they know me. If I go and whatever it is, I'll come and say it. All the good things, I'll say it.
But they can take
If
you
anything didn't go, I'll come and say
and
it.
put you in a different hotel away from the Black Stars.
I'll come there. Or when I come there, they will sack me.
When they put you in a different hotel away from the Black Stars,
You can't sack me.
You still come to the Black Stars.
I'll just wait. If people are going, me to have, I'm a people, I'll come. Yeah, look at the people, they can't run. Yeah. Oh, I said, no, I said, no, it's not a penalty. You should get up.
Oh,
The referee called for a penalty.
He's called for a penalty.
no, he dived.
There was.
He bought the penalty
Let's
from a
see.
mall.
No, I doubt it.
Contact.
Let's see. VAR will have a look at
So
it.
it's Manchester City who've been given a pen, and the Crystal Palace lost the ball from an attack, and City capitalized through a counter.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeremy Pino.
Right from
He
from
can't
City's own half
He should have
was
cleared that ball.
Savinho who was
He was
running, and he wanted to
Oh,
go
that's a clear-
around
that's a
the
penalty.
It's a clear
goalkeeper.
penalty.
The keeper goes into the legs of Savinho.
There was no way he was actually going to
Was
score
that
that
really
ball
a
again.
contact though? On the
Yeah.
second watch, was that a contact?
There was a contact, but the way he dragged the ball away from the
The guy,
goalpost,
he
there
cleared
was
his-
no way he was going to be able to get it back to score.
Yeah, but then the referee isn't watching. The referee is watching. Was there contact between he and the
There
attacker?
was.
Was
There was
there?
clear
There was
contact.
contact.
there
There was clear contact. Did
It's a penalty
they
for
stop the
Manchester
attacker from going in the direction he wanted to go in?
Yeah.
Yes.
Whether he was
That's a
going
penalty.
to the through line or not.
It was in the danger area, so I didn't expect anything than that.
So, I mean, it's Ellen again behind the ball, and his numbers, it gets scary. He's overtaking Alan Shearer. He's looking at the great and going like, look, I'm taking him match after match, but there's something special I'm doing. You think he's scoring?
This boy, Barcelona will have to go and buy him. He can't play for Man City for the rest of it. How old is he now?
Well, I think he goes to Real Madrid.
No. What is he going to do with Mbappe? He will not go anywhere to be competing with anybody. He is the main man, and that is Barcelona.
That's in a great style, easy and
he's 25 years.
He's now 25 years.
He's not 25.
Okay, he'll play 2 more seasons here. Then at 27, then he will
when
go
Pep leaves,
then he'll go home.
Hey,
anyway,
doesn't he looks like a Barcelona player?
He looks like a Lewandowski, doesn't he?
Yeah, is he?
I think right now he slots right into Barcelona as a striker, but I don't think
when they get this player,
I don't think CC will see him going.
He will score so many goals, like he's scoring here. He's scoring with cheeky ease.
Yeah, he scored over 300 goals for club and country.
You know what he told his country people?
25.
You know, be proud to the World Cup qualifiers when they interview him. He told the people of Norway, Norway will qualify to the World Cup. Simple. Watch and see. Simple. That's what he told the whole country. Said for the first time we are going to the World Cup. Everybody watch and see. Didn't he deliver? He delivered together with that other striker, the one at Atletico. Solo. What is
Solo? Alexander Solo.
Look, and he, I don't know the kind of player he is, but he just scores goals for fun.
He's
at this age, if you are in the all-time top scorers in the Champions League, that is crazy.
They asked him,
that is crazy.
What compliments he likes the most, and he said he likes it when they say he scored a tap in. That's what he enjoys. Like he enjoys that. The goals that you criticize people for scoring, he loves them because that means he's making the most out of his opportunities.
Okay, so let's get into some more messages. I'll come back to you for Erling's analysis, Kobina. The Decoder Insight on my community force says, Bernard, I want to ask this question. Between Kudus and Kalim Hossein Odoi, who is more prolific?
Playing the same position. And who here?
Where will you put Kudus in the Black Star setup? 10?
Odoi is on the left, coming to replace somebody or starting. Kudus... inverted Kudus on the right or Kudus through the middle. We need players. Look, you perform well at the World Cup when there's depth.
It's true.
Yeah.
I agree.
So Ghanaians should stop thinking about the first 11. Go beyond the first 11. You go beyond that starting 11. What happens? Let's say we are playing and things not going well for Inaki Williams, or things are not going well for Jordan. If you are bringing Jordan, if you are introducing Nketiah, he scored yesterday.
Fantastic.
If you are bringing Nketiah, is it not good?
Yeah,
it's good.
Great quality, great level.
If you are substituting,
and changes the game.
If you are substituting, let's say we are playing and Semenyo, who has scored only 1 goal in 23 games for the Black Stars, is being substituted.
Why do you have to add them stats?
No, we need people to know. That is the fact.
He's doing well at club level.
It's not about. I'm concerned about the Black Stars.
Fair point.
You understand? If Semenyo comes out and Hossein Odoi is coming on, is it a bad substitution?
No, that's not a bad substitution. That's a perfect
at all.
But in those
you have Joseph Pencil.
Yeah, in those cases, people
operating.
Feel we have numbers as well.
Look, people like players like Kamadi, they are good though. But it took the advertising board. You saw that move to stop him.
What is advertising board?
Ghana versus Mali in that World Cup qualifiers. You saw that counter attack.
What happened?
The one that Joseph Pencil picked up the ball and gave it to him, and Naki Williams was screaming on top of his ball, lay the pass. So what significance the man? He carried the ball out of the pitch. What stopped him? It was the advertising board that stopped his run.
Guys, forgive us. We're on TV.
I saw that.
I'm aware we're on TV.
Maybe you saw it, but you can't say it. Me, if I see, I'll say it.
Okay.
Didn't you see that move? Viewers should go and watch. Everybody, no, but there was the advertising board behind the goalpost. That was what stopped.
He's talking about the pitch panels.
Yeah, so they are doing advertisement. That's
a
problem. So the point I'm making is that it's about depth. You see, the World Cup will be playing every 2-3 days now. Injuries can come inside. Why do you think FIFA said they should make it up to 30? There's a reason behind that.
Okay, fair point.
We don't want to weaken our team. If we make one substitution, then our team is weak.
True,
no, we don't want that.
Yeah, I agree.
Look at
is that penalty as well?
No. This one there no penalty.
So it's an attack on the goalkeeper.
Yeah. In the words of coach,
that's the Sunderland.
Oh, here we go. This is it.
Now it's turning into a real derby.
Yeah. This is what we were expecting. Yeah.
Anyway, we'll try and see what pans out. We'll tell you more about it. Let's get back into your messages. Shani,
it's going down.
No,
it's going down.
This is not nice. It's not nice. So players have gathered, and
Sunderland are trying to kill the time, and Newcastle are just playing right into their game.
Yeah.
Shani, they're actually in the same town. Like literally just 12 miles.
Yeah, just 12 miles.
That's an Olympics.
That's an Olympics. Or Busia Dwarfs Vipers.
Connors Kotoko.
Yeah, Connors Kotoko.
Or King Faisal Kotoko is good.
Shani says, another chance for my team United to be in the top 5. Amorim, do it for us.
Tomorrow game will be very difficult.
I tell you, it's against Bournemouth.
Has Mbeumo and Co left?
No reports.
They are supposed to leave first thing tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Would they be going? No, but Man United is big, so they will get them to play before they leave.
Yeah.
But look at this Crystal Palace players.
Coach, in Mbeumo's team, currently we don't know what they are doing.
Cameroon.
We don't.
So who's the coach?
We don't know what exactly is wrong with him.
Two different squad lists.
Eto, he has a serious problem.
True. People even feel the re-election was not fair. I mean, to get him re-elected as the federation.
When did they do that?
Less than a month
ago.
And he got over 90%.
And people feel letting his family, his cousin or his younger brother, all of them, be part of the voting scheme to elect him is wrong. But he says he has a club and he has, there's a lot of politics also going on in that space in Cameroon.
Just like what goes on here in Ghana. There's a lot of similarities.
I don't know.
It's a lot.
I don't know.
There's a lot of similarities. Maybe one day we'll come here. I say I've kept. I know the story. I know what. There's a lot. It's very similar.
If you have a club, I mean, you know what gets you to own a club in Ghana.
Why should you see, football is struggling to get better in Ghana because of a lot of conflict of interest.
One day we'll get to.
One day, maybe started there, see the one day.
Yeah.
You know where I'm going.
I know it's one day. Good afternoon, City Sports. Elisha Insider Sherman. As a Barcelona fan, it is only right to support Leeds United. I am glad Tanaka is starting this game against Brentford. Sorry. His presence in this team will improve us to get the 3 point. Sets, Botiano says, please tell coach, we are not DR Congo. We are Ghana, the gateway to Africa.
You didn't
we
qualify
have
for the
4
AFCON,
African Cups. Once called the Brazilians.
Maybe he doesn't know. But since the African Cup was increased from 12 to 16, we have never won it.
That's true.
We won one where there was only 3 teams or 4 teams. And then the last one we won was when there were only 12 teams.
It's okay.
Since 82,
the legends have won
from 84.
It's okay.
We've not won it.
It's okay. Please, coach's microphone is off. Who end up getting so trouble? Who end up in trouble today? So I'm just trying to.
The world has evolved, so you evolved a lot. Do you know how many players in the French national team are truly French?
Yeah. That even the squad that won the
How
World
many
Cup,
of them are truly French?
The Paul Pogba generation.
You go back to when they
Kante.
won the World Cup in 1998. How many of them are truly French?
Okay.
The captain who lifted the trophy.
So
How many of them?
Zidane.
So look, so the argument now.
There was a Marcel de saying that.
Zidane's son.
I think in that first 11,
finishes.
if you take Zidane cries African.
Yeah, his son is playing for Algeria. He's African. His son is playing for Algeria.
Didier Deschamps and then Fabien Barthez. I think it was Barthez and then Deschamps, Laurent Blanc,
Yeah,
and then Lizarazu. The rest were all African. Jokaev and Co, they were coming to change. You understand?
Yes.
And the
coach.
one they won in Russia, the one they won
2018.
in Russia.
2018, the Paul Pogba
How many of
generation.
them are were Africans? Yeah, this is a good tackle. What? I like this player.
Coach's microphone is on. Let me finish the messages. No player should disrespect such a nation with great achievement and talent. DR Congo is a war-torn country. They can be disrespected, but Ghana is Ghana.
Let me give you another example. The Real Madrid player, Raheem
which of
Diaz.
Yeah.
Do you know how long Morocco chased him?
Because he wanted to play for Spain.
Do you know? He just decided to play for Morocco about a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
We want people who come and make our team better. This team is a good team, it's not a better team. We can make it better, we can improve. It's a humble appeal. Keto Kreku, no more Honorable Kofi Idi Adams. Everybody get involved so that this thing will become, because we are not going to come back after 3 games. So, Abe, missing minimum. Abe, how many games? 5.
Yeah, that's a quarter final.
Minimum 5.
Yeah, let's get into Paul's message. But how's the name of the place pronounced? Bechele. Bechele.
Now go day.
I have to find them. Coach, you are here. I don't need to find them.
Bechele. Let's go read the message.
Fantastic. Guys, the money set aside for the Black Stars shouldn't be released in full to the FA for them to be buying coconut for $100 and paying $10,000 for direction. Just as FIFA targets the amount per each stage of a tournament, the government of Ghana should do the same. This time, the cabal at the FA won't eat nyafu again. It's over for them. For starters, there's a purse holder that goes from the ministry that travels to the Black Stars for World Cup. So it's not the FA that does the spending.
Some of us were waiting. There's no management member anything appearance fee.
Yeah.
The management members, they'll be given alawa. We are waiting. Look.
That's what happened.
La ilaha.
I don't agree.
Take $100,000 and chop free. It will not happen. Valdamelda.
I don't.
Charlie, the guy. He makes up. You know, if you clap your hands, Valdamelda.
Yeah, Valdamelda. Kankam says, I don't agree with you guys about the Ghana Premier League players. Imagine how much mouth those guys will feed back home. How much those people will add to Ghana's economy. The two analogy is not the same.
So hold on.
Diaspora
do you know that Nketia comes together
it's not equal
to Ghana all the time?
Nketia,
his family members are here. Jeremy Doku.
Yeah, he comes to Ghana as well.
His family members are here. Does he play for Ghana? Doesn't he send money to Ghana?
Do you know that Nketia has direct investments in football in Ghana?
Yeah.
Do you know? Do you expect us to bring this all and break them down? Let's not do this. Let's be equal. Let's just bring everything equal. What is good for the goose is good for the gander.
People say Hakimi too and Trezeguet.
Yes, Hakimi and Trezeguet. Yeah. They all didn't want to play for Morocco at the start. Do you think? Look at what. So if we had player like Hakimi. Look at Ali Seydou. Look at the gap between him and Hakimi. So if Hakimi is bluffing, you say because of Seydou, Ali, we shouldn't bring Hakimi.
Coach, someone has a scenario for you.
Okay, okay.
David Inside Domi says, no foreign player should be kept out. But once you are called and you decline, when we qualify, we shouldn't look your direction. Coach, imagine a scenario where your younger brother, a local player, kills himself, scoring all the winning goals to qualify us. Then, once we qualify, they drop him because suddenly we have some foreign players who are in form, in top teams, scoring a lot of goals. Same players who decline.
He has answered it. He said it's foreign. Have a foreign player who is in top form with top teams, scoring a lot of goals. You think we are going to joke in America? We are not going to joke. Okay?
But why is the scenario painted around like a scenario where local players were the reason we qualify? When local players the reason we qualified?
No.
I feel like sometimes we try and create our own scenario so that we feel we are
the Hasselhoff goalkeeper.
Benjamin.
Sorry. He's good, but I'm saying they should go and bring the AK Ackman goalkeeper to come inside. Come and compete with him. If it's better, Benjamin. Bench. But this man inside.
We used about, I think, 51 players in the qualifiers. If I'm
51.
So 51. Are we going to carry all 51 because all 51 helped?
No, we got 30.
We'll go 30. So we are supposed to pick the 30 from them.
The best 30.
We'll not pick
the best 30 players.
Good. Available at the time.
And form.
Exactly. That is where I want us to get to that. It is not a set of 21 that helped us. It is not a set of 30. It was 51. That means Obiba no biko, Obiba no biko, Obiba no biko.
I think the very, very way our pool was used during the qualifying period should suggest to people that the pool can be used in that same way when the final squad is being
simplicity.
So I just don't like the scenario where everyone is trying to paint the picture as if we qualified because of local players, and this is no disrespect to any of them, but like if they
themselves they couldn't qualify for the CHAN.
Coach, listen, Courage agrees with you. Courage from Ashaman says
yes.
Courage from Ashaman says I'm watching the City game. I put my TV on mute and listening to you guys. Great job. I agree with Coach that we have to invite those players to play for the Black Stars at the World Cup. Our team is not too good. As for the Ghana Premier League, too bad a league to pick players from. The only reason I'm not happy with our absence at a World Cup is that it would have justified Otuado's sacking.
The AFCON he means.
Yeah, the AFCON he means.
Yes. The reason he's not happy, the AFCON would have shown all of us.
Yeah, he said it would have justified Otuado's sacking. I believe he's not the right person to take us to the World Cup. I would like,
so most of you believe that if we qualify for both tournaments, by the time we'll be done with the AFCON.
He said he's an Arsenal fan, and he continues this. I would like to know Coach's take on whether Otuado should take us there. There to the
it means he's not been listening to me.
I think for a second.
I say Kwesi Nyantichi in 2015 with 3 weeks to the tournament, sacked Akwesi Appiah, brought Avram Grant, but for luck,
I think
would have won.
I think was a mistake though.
What was the mistake?
When it comes to coaches that have among all the local coaches,
Akwesi got better after all those things happened. The Akwesi then is not Akwesi now.
True.
I supported his sacking at the time.
Oh, okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Because I felt that if you look at how low our team had sunk from the embarrassment from Brazil, Kwesi not to be blamed though. We needed somebody of a certain stature to walk into the dressing room and get everybody on board.
The control,
and that was exactly what Avram Grant did.
Look,
Avram Grant personality alone. Hey, this man, you know the players he has coached. So his personality alone.
Yeah. The former Chelsea coach as well.
The first 2 kicks in the penalty, first 4-2 each were winning.
True.
Algeria sacked the last time Algeria won the AFCON. They sacked their then coach 2 weeks to the tournament. The new coach came, he won it. Côte d'Ivoire. You see, it's about the standard though, the class. When we are going to the World Cup, look at the English backroom staff. Look at our backroom staff. My good friend Desmond Ofer Otuado with Chefa. Chefa Nani.
It's okay, it's fine. Hot Babs from Airport says, it's okay. It's not like I don't want to talk. When you get
Where
to
is
some
Gabi? Where is Gabi? Look, Gabi has
Shining brother.
he has
It's okay.
He has
It's okay.
Look,
Shining brother.
tell him that
It's okay.
Shining brother, he has intentionally Nicodemously avoided me today on the show. But if he knows what is good for him,
You say
the next time I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
fantastic. That's why I like you.
There is an agreement, you know. The
Yeah, I
next
know.
time we meet,
It should be fulfilled, isn't it?
Nanyan,
Okay. Fair point.
enye dema, ebe,
About to bomb.
ebe.
Nicodemus.
Hot Babs from Airport says, I was happy for my team Chelsea yesterday, and I hope Maresca will stop gambling and bring in the quality players to play. Please, Ghanaians should bring those guys and make our national team strong. My blood has changed from red to blue. Blue is the color. Please, you are blue already. You said my team Chelsea.
As for Maresca,
Behave yourself over there.
Tosin Ade review. Anytime Chelsea, I
Which is other
need.
name.
No, that one I can't mention it. You see, when Chelsea is in need,
Yeah.
Tosin is the solution to their problem.
Yeah.
He solved it beautifully against Leeds United. He solved it beautifully against Atalanta.
Yeah.
So he keep solving the problem for them.
Tosin what?
Ade review.
Today you decide to keep
Olu.
hide it. Today, hold on. Put your legs on the brake for a second. Sammy from Lakeside says, you sound so very down, Pad, today. Who are you talking about? Recently, as Val's agent said, they spoke with both Madrid and Barca, but Barca was out of juice and couldn't take the guy. Chelsea came in ready and ended up taking the player.
Yo.
Na Estaval ko Barcelona ko tuwana.
Adam.
Hey, I beg you.
No, you.
before Chelsea first. But currently, does Esteval says anyone in the Barcelona front line down? I don't think so. Currently,
There's nobody.
I think he's a great player who.
He's not a great, he's a good
He
up and
he has a
coming player.
talent. Yeah,
Hey.
he's a talented
But-
player. You know, he will need a bit of time.
Yeah, to translate that to that level.
To be today, the Barca really play normal like that too. Barca and the Real Madrid is a different institution altogether when it comes to football.
So wait,
The club Ronaldinho has played. Do you know Ronaldinho?
Sure. Oh, Charlie. Lorenzo Abalado. Lorenzo.
You know, do you know what is
Crazy.
Gajo?
Crazy.
Achebo Gajo, you call your
Gajola.
Crazy, yeah man. Hey, Charlie, we should take your time.
Ordinachi my pass.
Charlie, crazy.
They take him back.
Crazy.
Give assist.
Yeah, that's Ronaldinho. Crazy footballer.
Obesusu 3 times on
And
one
he's
ball.
laughing.
One,
You know,
come and
he-
pass.
when he finishes,
2.
he's laughing. That's what kills me the most. Even if you go in hard tackle on him, then he begins to laugh because he knows that when he gets the ball, you won't come in hard again. He has a way to wind you.
Ask
You dance.
Gattuso. He said he was the top good giddy. They were baptizing.
Control ball. Albert inside Ashaman Peaceland says, good afternoon to you guys. I want you guys to talk about Bruno Fernandes' comparison to Pedri. There's no comparison.
But they don't.
Different players.
There's no comparison. There's no comparison.
They are 2 different players.
Courage BJ says, coach is a scientist. That's true. Not a prophet. True. Accept his straight language, which is how scientists speak. That's nice. This message is nice. I like it. Gilbert
I think that is why that, without a doubt, has contributed to the way I do my things.
your
at
analysis,
times.
yeah.
I mean,
It's more practical.
once the outcome is ill.
Yeah, nothing.
I can't change it.
That's it.
I can't change it.
That's it. Gilbert from Ashamas, I think coach is making a really good point here today about the introduction of Hosnodoy, Jaden Odro and Edin Ketia. It will help Ghana a lot.
Shout out to Josie Champon. I will shout out Josie Champon. I think we need a centre back like that.
Hello CDFM, Manasseh Testing from Matayeko. For me, we should not call them for the World Cup because if we keep calling such players, that behavior of players waiting until we qualify for the World Cup to play for us won't stop. They will keep disrespecting us. Hiyat.
I don't know why most people sees that as disrespect. You want to go and invite somebody into your culture.
Yeah.
The person has a lineage with you though, but he was not born here. His upbringing completely different.
Yeah.
Rather, what we should be concerned about is how to get them properly integrated into our culture, in our way of doing things. We expect that once we go and we talk to them, they come.
No,
I've given you several examples of what goes on elsewhere. Brahim Diaz, and that's the name.
Brahim Diaz.
Hakimi, you understand? These are proper, better players. So if Hakimi was a Ghanaian and we went and he said no, and we have Ali Duseidu as our right back, and now Hakimi say, come, I'll play. You tell me because of Ali Duseidu,
you won't take Hakimi.
You won't take Hakimi. Hey!
I'll put his microphone off again. Oh gosh, namely, my goodness.
Quick one, yeah. I would urge everyone to go look for the recent England under-15s call-up and tell me how many of them are truly English. Yeah. Look at the forwards. All the four forwards. Then when you are done, then you come.
So then, do you think that the other national teams are looking sharp or acting smarter?
We are tapping proper talent.
Jamaica is trying to get Mason Greenwood to represent them.
Yeah.
After
the tapping proper talent.
After the English, the English clearly don't want
those under 15 boys that Sedi just mentioned. Let's say they grow. Then 19. Then in entering to the English national team proper, then we show up. Come, do not mind you come. Then the boys say, wait. This is where somebody like Nketiah, he's gone through their ranks.
He's gone through
Nketiah has gone through their ranks. He played for the under 15, under 17, under 19.
So he
so
also feels
he
like
says, wait, I feel more English. I didn't Inaki Williams say that he feel more Spanish than Ghanaian.
Yeah. Somebody has a message for Al Hassan from Tim. I think he's a Chelsea fan. What you said about PS team.
Hey.
He says Chelsea cannot go and buy Real Madrid player. It's the same at Man United. They cannot go and buy Real Madrid player.
But Man United bought Casemiro.
Hold on. He said we are all the same.
But United bought Casemiro.
I will not answer. I will not answer. I will not answer.
0549986996 0549986996. So let's run through games that are done, games that are about to commence. Then we can pick the argument on another note. I know you've been enjoying the show. I've seen your messages on YouTube. Keep them coming. This is the Republic of Football on Channel 1 TV, live on radio 97.3 City FM, live on YouTube at City Sports GHA, live also on our other platforms as well. So if you follow us on X, you can just with the link get to enjoy the show. Crystal Palace suffered a defeat against Manchester City. City beating them by 3-0. Nottingham Forest beat Spurs by 3-0. We have to talk about Spurs. Sunderland 1, Crystal Palace 0. West Ham 2, Aston Villa 3. Brentford are indicated to be playing Leeds later on. But on the table in the English Premier League, Arsenal are on top with 36 points. City's win take them to 34 points. Just 2 points between Arsenal and Manchester City. There is slow no Sabana. You get what I mean? Yeah. What we fear most is it about to unfold again. Yeah. Aston Villa are 10 with 33.
They bottling the league.
Arsenal bottled in the league.
Because the last time they were 8 points in the league in the other season. They go into December, they were still leading. Look, then we took a 10.
The league is not won in December. We will say Arsenal will bottle the league if as at March they are still in the league
and they let it slip.
And they let it slip.
Yeah.
Then that is when we'll be describing it as bottling. But if they were to lose the league, or if somebody were to overtake,
people think if City comes, if they lose and City goes on top, that's the end.
I don't think that will be there.
Okay, great. Aston Villa has gone 33 points. They are third. Chelsea are fourth with 28 points. Crystal Palace are fifth with 26 points. Liverpool are sixth with 26 points. Sunderland are seventh with 26 points. United yet to play tomorrow. They are 8th with 25 points. Should they win, they have a goal difference of 4. They go on 28 points, but Chelsea have a goal difference of 12. So they will be 6th should United win tomorrow against a certain stubborn team in AFC Bournemouth. Okay, so Everton are 9th with 24 points. Brighton are 10th with 23 points. Tottenham Hotspur are 11th with 22 points as well. Newcastle United are 12th with 22 points. Fulham are 13th with 20 points. Bournemouth are 14th with 20 points. Brentford are 15th with 19 points. Nottingham Forest have 18 points. They are 16th. Leeds have 15 points. They are 17th. And West Ham United, Burnley, and Wolves 13, 10, and 2 points respectively in the English Premier League. Now, you have interest in. I know you are following the Kotoko game. I know. But Thomas Frank,
they have a big problem.
Oh, a very big one.
You see, when they sold the striker, I came here. I was saying, now they are complaining. Why are they losing?
Oh no, some chance.
No. But this, what we are just seeing in the Kotoko game should qualify for miss of the century.
Not season, century.
Oh, debut.
That's insane.
Look at it.
Okay.
As coach, have a glance at that. Come now, I mean, let's switch our attention a little and talk about Thomas Frank. What's happening? He came in super smart. What's the problem? I read articles which maps some of their happenings to injuries, but it moves beyond the picture of injuries, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's very shocking because the way Spurs started the season very well, they started the season so well that people thought they are going to perform so well, so as now in the Premier League. But you could see clearly he has done a lot of changes today. Like this, the defensive midfield, he started Gray and Bentancur, and we saw Polenya coming from the bench to play. So it's not too good from what's the name, Spurs. Some of the players are not also performing, so they are now picking up a bit. Someone like Xavi Simons now picking up a bit. He was fortunately able to score last week, but this week he has been so poor. So for Spurs, I just feel like they have to work on a lot of things. They have to really do better because the performances that they are putting up right now is not the best. It's not really good because even in their Champions League game against Slavia Prague, they had to struggle, although they won by a big margin, but they didn't play so well. We didn't see the nice football from Spurs. So it's something that they really need to sit down to know how best they can help their team.
Okay, right, great. Kamna loves to keep it simple, all the time. On 0549986996, your messages are welcomed in that space. Coach, will this give Manchester United that direct opportunity?
Look, from the way the league table is, you win, you are up. You lose, you are down. They will be starting tomorrow's game in which position?
United?
On, I think, 8th position.
7th or 8th.
Give me a sec. Okay, so United starts tomorrow's game 8th.
8th.
Yeah.
Win to go what? 5th.
Yeah, we need to go to 5th.
I mean, they've had
goal difference between them.
If they had beaten Everton, beaten West Ham,
crazy numbers. That's 6 points. Pushes you.
Between Everton and West Ham, they lost 4 points.
Yeah.
6 points are giving you 31. 31 takes you to 4.
If you had added the 4 points to 25 now, that would have been 29.
29.
Yeah.
You win on Monday, that would have taken you to 32.
32, yeah.
So they are not the sort of team you can trust.
United.
And what most people keep forgetting, which I always use to actually calm myself down when it comes to United, that this is the team that was 15th last season.
Yeah.
I think by the time the league is over, they would have secured some form of European football. But personally, I want them back in the Champions League.
Okay.
That is why you see that no United supporter is saying that Man United will win the league. But if they can get
I'm
back
the only
into
guy.
Europe,
I'm the only person who's a United will win the league.
if they can get back,
I
in
was
Europe,
thinking because United were going to play just a game in a
yeah,
week,
but
you know,
that will have to.
it would
come
help
with
the
some
players
level of consistency.
understand. Yeah, absolutely.
I
the
think
coach.
if the owners had bought Carlos Mukwembo Baleba, and they had added one more midfielder to the team, but it's not too late. In January, they have to be very quick to make that midfield signing. If you don't get Baleba, get another midfielder. If you can get somebody on
the
loan.
midfielder you spoke of was in United. The midfielder you say he thinks he's Xavi. Adam
Adam Watt. No, I don't want him. I need a. You see, he's more of a controlled midfielder.
Yeah.
I need a midfielder who's got the energy to bend. That is why I'm over the moon with Baleba. I'm completely over the moon with Baleba.
Okay.
If they can go back to Brighton and force that move through, that would be super good.
Okay.
Man United are not going to be looking the same after Monday when Mbeumo, Ahmad, and Mazraoui leaves.
True.
Maybe tactically, Bruno will go forward. Maybe Ugarte or Kobe Mainoo will come.
Yeah.
Then somebody will have to go and play where Ahmad is playing.
So which one of what you say do you prefer? Mainoo playing in Momo's role.
I think is
or Bruno
for Mainoo
playing in that spot.
For Mainoo, my biggest problem with him,
or Ugarte.
He does not win balls.
Yeah.
And I will play Ugarte and Casemiro.
Okay.
And then
if your Casemiro is untouchable now,
not really, but from the system, and he does a lot more things that Mainoo will not do. At his age, he wins more balls than Mainoo. He covers most grounds than Mainoo, although he gets tired very quickly.
Yeah.
So I will start Casemiro and Ugarte.
Okay.
Put Bruno in the number 10 position. Get Dalot back as a right wing back. And then stick to Dogu on the left.
Okay.
And then after 60, 70 minutes, when Casemiro begin to show signs of tiredness, then I'll introduce Mainoo.
Okay.
But tomorrow's game is going to be a very, very difficult because they are playing against one of the most energetic.
There's I am Car Soft says, why don't you play Mainoo as a number 10?
No. He's not
one,
good.
One of the 10s behind the
He's
striker.
not good receiving the ball with his back to go. And the two number 10s in Man United, look, Mbeumo and Cunha or Mason Mount, when they play, they burn a lot of energy.
Yeah, it's true.
Mainoo's biggest problem is the fact that he doesn't cover the grounds. That Amorim system requires the two in the middle to cover a lot more ground. Unless he decides we are going to sit deep, like was done at Liverpool, where they sat deep and then play on the counter without a number 9. Although per the formation, Matheus Cunha started as a number 9 that day. Okay? But they needed Mason Mount to complement the effort of Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro.
Yeah.
So it's a bit complex for the young man. I think Mainoo would have thrived in the 4-3-3 or in the 4-2-3-1. Okay, I think his main.
I agree with you. 4-2-3-1.
The system I think the 4-3-3 will get him to flourish.
4-3-3, yeah.
4-3-3, where there's a triangle in the middle, where he's one of the three, and the other two guys are extremely good off the ball, and he's the one more or less being taxed with the creativity of the team. Where you see the 4-3-3 will not allow him to be receiving the ball with his back.
The 3-4-3. You mean?
No, 4 at the back, 3 in the middle, 3 up front.
That you say will allow him.
That is the system that will allow him to flourish. Because you see, he needs more bodies with him in midfield.
Then why keep him?
Is it when you say why keep him? I'm not against letting Mainoo go on loan. But the problem with that, until you get a replacement, you don't send him out.
Okay.
Have you observed my United bench of late?
Actors.
It's been comical.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Very, very comical.
That's right. That's the right word.
It's been comical. For example, if Sesko doesn't return tomorrow, I'm very certain that after the first 11, all the players on the bench, men will be the only supposedly attacking talent on the bench. In the last 3 weeks, that is what it has looked like. That's what it has looked like. And I think that is a worry. So at times I look at Amorim, he walked into a huge problem. This is what most people don't know. So in trying to rebuild the team, Sancho left, he needed to be replaced. Anthony left, he needed to be replaced. Rashford left, he needed to be replaced. Who else?
Then there's the Rebeti boy. Or you mentioned him already.
Yeah, he's mentioned already.
Anthony left, he needed to be replaced. Lindelof retired, he needed to be contract got come, he needed to be replaced. Johnny Evans has retired, he needed to be replaced. Varane left the season before.
The old group.
And
there's this boy that was his performance was due surplus to requirement. It was part of that bad five. He was relegated to training with the.
No, he's back.
Malacia.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah, but he has been brought back because
he's
in the last 2-3 games he's been on the bench.
Yeah.
Malacia will not go and change any game. The last time he played a competitive game, it's been close to 2 years. So I look at the team and I say, Man, you power. We don't have
Hoyland to left. Hoyland.
Rashford to correct.
Yeah.
Rashford still has left. Rashford still has left. So there are problems in the team. So look, don't blame Amorim.
Yeah.
I understand that there are times. You see, there are times where if he had his way, he would do the change.
Yeah.
But who is he changing to? Or who are those coming to what? Change the situation of the team. Whilst if you go to look at Mikel Arteta, despite the injuries he suffered, he still got good enough a team.
Arsenal has gotten depth.
Man, you suffers that amount of injury. Then the likes of Kone and Co will have to be brought from the academy.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So there's an issue there.
Fair point.
Amorim will have to be given close to 3 windows, like Ten Hag was given, to solve the Manchester United problem. So if you're a Man United supporter, you should just hope that this thing is managed such that the fact that Man United is playing once every week will be just enough to get them into the Champions League slot. But now the man need to be aided to do that in January. If they don't buy at least 2 midfielders in January, they should forget about returning back to Europe.
In United's last 5 meetings with Bournemouth had 2 wins.
That's right.
2 draws and United a win.
That's right.
Bournemouth are in form.
Yeah, I think their last 2 visits to Old Trafford they've won.
Yeah. How does this fixture look? Not
they are not on form,
but on field.
Bournemouth have not been doing well of late. That's why it's a bit dangerous to play them. Maybe if they were doing well, their complacency would have set in. But they want to return back to winning ways. Yeah. I think until they drew against Chelsea, they lost almost every game they played. Last 5-6 games. Yeah. So they want to make a U-turn from that trend. And if you are if you look at the table, you win tomorrow from 25 to 28.
Yeah.
That puts you fifth on the table.
Yeah.
Okay? So there's everything to play for. And these Man United players, they have shown that anytime they've had a chance to secure their top 4 status,
they misbehave,
they've
right?
bottled it.
Yeah.
If you're a United fan, you can only hope and pray that they don't bottle it tomorrow. Are they capable of beating Bournemouth? Of course, if you can beat.
Someone is trying to find out that. Is it the Man United system that he can play as a 10, or he's too slow for that role?
I'm saying that he's not energetic. The system requires. Look at Mbeumo. Do you know the energy he burns?
Mbeumo burns a lot. He burns a lot.
Look at Matthias Cunha. Look at Mason. Do you know the energy they burn?
Oh, yeah.
So the boy is not suited for that. I think it is the system that he's not suited for.
Okay.
And for him to do that, I don't know whether the one who sent the message is aware. There's a special training regime being used to prepare him to fit into the system.
Yeah.
They are doing that purposely because of him. The question is that he doesn't recover the ball quicker. Even in recent times when he's been introduced to games, you see that anytime Casemiro is pulled and he's the one brought in, Man United just go dead.
Yeah.
They just go
slow. The tempo
slows down. Poor ball recovery, and then the opponent tend to enjoy a bit more of the ball in the attacking third of Manchester United.
It showed in the United's last game they played. Unfortunately, United were able to grind the result. 0549 986 996. It's Brentford taking on Leeds United now. 0-0 in that game. Just 2 minutes played. Brentford are on the attack, a throw in, and they will try and look for some results from this, but it amounts to nothing. Coach, I hope one day you coach my team Barcelona. Oh, that one. It will take a lot of time. He has to stop his science and go to Europe again and go and study again, get a pro license, get some clubs to coach, and that's a huge sacrifice. If you can do that for him, he's available. It comes at a huge cost. He will have to leave his family, sacrifice for a minute. Priest from Wager says, Kevin Prince Boateng came when the World Cup was around. Never came back to play AFCON, nor even World Cup qualifiers.
He's the only example he can give. I can give over 30 examples.
Yes.
Of the opposite to what he said.
Coach, that is why I'm just giving him one. Iñaki Williams came, and he's still here.
True. He continues and says, came again after we qualified to the 2014 World Cup. We can continue like this. Ghana is a proud country and won't take players who would disrespect us.
Right.
I think we can't continue
disrespect.
like this. So that's
We are going to spend
that's how your message should
13 point something million.
But we'll get more than that though. Particularly
no, you cannot get more than that if you don't progress further and
further.
Yeah,
you should progress. That's what I mean. K from Malam says, with the way Todd can spend, I believe he can pay the money for Madrid's best player. Or Boyle has learned not to spend too much. Then he has a crying and laughing emoji. I think he's in a mixed emotion. So, hey coach, how Tosin? I think that was his message on responses on Tosin. Harrison inside Lashibi says, hello coach. I think this is guy, right? It says, hey, Yano Nakai. Am I saying it the right way?
What is it? Read it out.
Hello, coach. Hey.
Yano Nakai, no. Is that what it is?
Okay. You're making my day. Don't worry, I'm taking my God lessons serious. Ernest Bessa from Amrihia says, Chelsea bought Kovacic from Madrid.
Oh, that was a Madrid reject.
That's what you're talking about.
That was a Madrid reject.
Was he Madrid's best player?
That was a Madrid reject. When you are buying players, go and buy the main players.
What's it now, Ernest?
Was he the best?
When Real Madrid sold him, they had no place for him in the team. He was playing 10 minutes, 3 minutes, 10 minutes, 3 minutes.
Nana Kwesi says, we'll be activating the line soon. But Nana Kwesi says, isn't FIFA releasing preparation funds for qualified nations for the World Cup?
They will.
If yes, why do we still budget like we ain't got nothing from FIFA?
They will release.
That's what that says. You see, FIFA releases funds for the World Cup, but the will in the process, but
as for the funds for preparation, it will come to enable the teams go on their preparation.
The moment you qualify,
that one it will come.
But you know, the whatever amount you get from the World Cup, we have to return to FIFA for them, the ministry for them to be doing some deductions.
You are down by 2-0. They give you
so therefore we tell them how much they spent and they will do them deductions from that. CK from Ashaman says, "Thank you, coach, for giving me hope that Arsenal can still win the league. I'm getting scared because of our recent form, but I think the injuries to worrying are still gonna see it." Seth from Botiano says, "I don't know why Chelsea fans are always trying to create rivalry between themselves and United. They are nowhere close to the achievement and pedigree of United. They are peers, Arsenal and City and the likes. They should learn to stay in their zone." A Liverpool fan though here. From Airport Residential area says, "I love coach so much, but I disagree with him on this one. If you listen to Kevin Prince Boateng, you'll understand why he shouldn't include Edin Nketiah and Hudson Odoi in the Blaster squad."
Akwesi Appiah, you know Akwesi Appiah?
Miley.
No, not the striker we took.
Yeah.
He said the first time he came to Ghana, do you know where we took him?
No.
So when he landed, this look, our preparation, the way we do our things, very, very bad. If you listen to that interview, I would rather suggest that if we should put our acts together. When we choose to give these guys the opportunity to play for Ghana, they come and they are standard to me too. You see, first impression is very, very important.
True.
If you don't impress the player at the very first time of him showing himself, this is what gives way for some of these things. You may argue that some of our boys, they've been used to it. They know what the situations were or are before they left the shores of Ghana. So at the end of the day, Partey will not complain, but some other player will complain. A Kevin Prince Boateng will complain. You understand what I'm saying? So for Akwesi Appiah, he was not known, so he had virtually accepted everything that was provided for him. Okay, he did, because all he wanted to do was to use the Black Stars to more or less raise him to a certain level. But after so many years, he's come out to speak on the matter, and you don't want that. You just do not want that.
Some of the things they are luxury to have. The foreign players. He describes it as unfortunate that the places in the Black Stars that they can fill are not the places that are needed. At the moment, and he feels we need people to fill in the midfield slots and the wing backs, not necessarily in the areas, and he feels if we add Edin Nketiah and Hudson Odoi, they're just a backup. I'll have to activate the lines, coach, but let me finish the message. He adds up and says we want, or maybe we need them, but we should call them after the World Cup. If they have really had a change of mind and heart, they should show up when AFCON qualifiers are due. Let's have some pride as a country. Why? Thank you. Yeah. Paul comes back and says, guys, Ketakriku is treating the Black Stars like a purse in his pocket. From the everyday he granted on interview. Okay, so I want to say from the very day he granted an interview on Lexus Bill's show and said, "No one wants to work with his enemies," was the day I knew he had set himself up to fail. But that's the truth, isn't it? Nobody works with his enemies. He again granted an interview and said he wouldn't allow some players into the Black Stars, and I became convinced that under him the Black Stars would have challenges. This Eto kind of thing would hurt the team and the entire nation. It's arrogance, and let us not do this. Let us not do this. Fair point. Let's activate the lines for guys to come in and see what their reactions would be. 0539 986 996 0549 986 996. Please, you can call now and have your say on the show. It's the Football Republic, and let's get into it now. On 0549 996. You have a caller. Hello, good evening. Your name? Where are you talking to us from?
Good evening, Bernard Abekwatri.
My man, talk to me.
Yes, I missed that your sentimental voice on radio. Did you took a sabbatical leave?
Yes, please. I'm here now.
Oh, okay. Nice one. Yeah, I love you guys. In fact, coach will kill person.
Why do you say that?
Yes, because you see his submission, the way he goes about saying his things, he speaks small fancy, tree English, the way he blends. Oh, Massa. The guy, you see, I wanted to ask him one day that, when did you guys discover him? City FM and then Channel 1 TV.
Coach
He's so good.
Fantastic.
I'm telling you. Come again. You were about to say something.
No, and I'm saying coach has been with the station since, before even me come into the picture.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, you like him. He's frank. You let me pause for that and go on with my point. Abeku, is the UEFA done with the Champions League group stage?
No, it's not done yet.
Because I thought once we are in December, they'll do the groups for the knockout stage.
So we get two
games to be played in January, and then they'll do the draw based on the first 8 will have qualified automatically to the round of 16, and then the other from I think 9 to 24 will battle out for the other 8 slot that will go into the round of 16. Then we'll take it from there.
Oh, okay. Thank you, coach. So meaning there will be other games again.
2 more games each for every team, and that will be played in January.
January. Oh, okay. Thank you for the update. Yeah. So my point is, as coach was saying, listen, 48 teams, Abeku, 48 teams. So you need more legs. So that kind of arrogance talk and all that we called him, he refused and all that. My brother, 48 teams. So the matches will be more. So if in Ketia and others, like the way coach was saying, some were not bred down here. You see, they had their culture over there. Some of them were born there. So as coach pointed it out to rightly, you need to take time for them. But because we call them, they refuse. They should listen to what coach is saying, Keto Kweku and his associates, and bring those guys down here to complement the squad. Because 30, is enough. And the games will be more. Because Canada and US is not going to be a joke. Even Panama will not have it easy. So please, the FA, coach, keep hammering there. We are behind you. We admire you so much. They should go and bring them down here and stop that kind of arrogant things. And then my last point, Mo Salah. Yesterday, I didn't have the opportunity to watch the Liverpool game, but I'm at home. I'm trying to see if I will get the highlight. Please, how was his performance yesterday?
He was amazing. Look, he put all his doubters to shame. Simple.
Thank you very much.
He gave an assist.
Okay, he gave an assist.
But for the selfishness of Eketike, Salah should have scored like 2 goals yesterday. That is very selfish.
Yes, I listened to you on Sports Panorama. Your submission in Ketia and others, or in Ketia's selfishness. As for Slaughter, he has to go. He has to put a stop to that Netherlands guys. What do you call it? Van Dijk and all that. I'll not waste much time. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And as of excitement, he didn't even mention his name. And that's fine. He's an added listener of the station. Hello, good evening. Your name, where are you talking to us from? Sorry for keeping you on.
My name is Mark.
All right, Mark, let's hear from you.
Yes. I want to disagree with Coach.
Why?
And I'll disagree with him. And I want to tell him that calling people to the national team is not only about fun. a lot of things also, comes into play. If he can cast his mind back, somebody like Cantona didn't play for the France national team at a certain point because of his behavior. And at that time, he was in very, very top form. Look, I agree these guys, their cultures are different. They were brought up elsewhere. But at times you need commitment to add to professionalism. If constantly we were calling these guys and they were snubbing us, please, you can't say we should go on, and then because we have qualified, we need good players. Look, whether they come or not, we aren't going to win the World Cup anyway. So we don't need them. This campaign won't go anywhere. I don't normally call into radio shows, but for this, I'll match in boot for boot. It won't go anywhere. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
No. He shouldn't have left.
Really?
You see,
He's gone.
What he should know is very simple. You cannot use one example to say that because of that, the rest will follow the same.
Yeah.
We have called over 30 players in such manner. We've had problem with only one of them. When you look, we are not going to joke in the USO. Maybe he's a rich man. Because if somebody is putting $13.67 million of my money on the line, you think he should go and joke with my money?
All right, let's get more calls in. Hello, good.
Let them get. I'm not saying they should call them. I'm saying if they are going to perform and make our team better,
then they should.
What?
Hello, good evening. Your name? Where are you talking to us from?
I'm Derek. I'm talking from Amasu.
All right, Derek. Let's hear from you.
And please, I want to say Portugal group, the World Cup.
You want to know the Portugal group for the World Cup?
Yeah.
All right, I'll tell you that. Thank you.
Welcome.
All right. Sorry, 0549 986 996 0539 986 996. Hello, good evening. Your name? Where are you talking to us from? Hello. I don't think it's really easy. Yeah. So 0549 986 996. Portugal in the group with Uzbekistan, Colombia, and continental winners from DR Congo, Jamaica, and those guys. So the one who wins gets into the group. Hello, good evening. Your name? Where are you talking to us from?
Hello.
Yes.
Coach said I shouldn't have left. This is Mark. That's why I'm back. So
okay, so you cited the example of Eric Cantona. At the time, Cantona was not turned down because he was a bad player. The French coach at the time decided that this guy, per his temperament, he will not make my team better. So he was turned down. It is a completely different thing from what we are talking about. There's no similarity.
Coach, hold on.
Only Kevin Prince Boateng. Wait. I sat here, you spoke. Let me speak. I'll give you the time to speak.
I came
Only Kevin Prince Boateng.
So give me the point.
Only Kevin Prince Boateng, out of over 30 players we have caught in that manner, only Kevin Prince Boateng has given us a problem. True or false? So the stats doesn't support what you are saying.
You are not entirely. It's not entirely accurate. But let me tell you why I use Eric Cantona. And when we speak, let's keep them in context. I use Eric Cantona as an example that it is not only form that guarantees you a place in the national team. It is not only.
Have you worked with Nketiah or Odwe to say they are indisciplined?
Who said when you are talking, I should let you talk? So if you agree with me that Eric Cantona at that point, form wasn't an issue, but temperament, then you are just supporting the point I'm making that It is not only form.
Fair point.
These
Fair
guys
point.
can be on
Fair
top
point.
form, but
Fair point.
we don't really need them.
Fair point.
Just like they didn't need us.
Fair
We
point.
don't need them.
I feel if you agree with him on a certain tangent, it sits well. Thank you very much, Mark. We really do appreciate
whatsoever between Cantona not being called into the French national team and trying to bring Nketiah and go to. Where is the linkage there? There's no link.
Fair. Hello, good evening. Your name? Where are you talking to us from?
My name is Bright, calling from Victory.
Bright. Let's hear you out. You lost me for a second, Bright. I got lost. Thank you. I beg you, you just make your point. Here be roadside, make your point, Mogu go.
I want to ask something. This place that we are talking about, if Ghana they pick for, do you think they choose Ghana or England?
If what?
If they pick from right now and England is calling them, do you think they choose Ghana or England?
If you have an opportunity to represent England and Ghana, and England, hold on a sec, and England places a call to you.
I'm saying that. Let me learn. Let me finish.
Fair point.
Those players that they are playing the league, if they pick from right now and they're scoring goals anyhow, like scoring and teacher call them, would they decline the England team? How do you call it? England call up and come and play for Ghana.
You know, hold on, I'm here, right? Right. If you have an opportunity to represent England and Ghana, and you are scoring left, right, center, and you are born in England, you pass through their youth system, would you pick Ghana over England if England is calling?
So that's what we'll be talking about. You see that I put you to come here. You see, this is what we'll be talking about. This place, when they are on form, they will never choose Ghana. So I don't know why we are on bringing them. That a players that who are in form will never choose Ghana over where they are playing. So why should we bring them at the first place?
If you choose them and if hold on a bit, if you choose them and they are in form, would they improve your team as it stands or not?
Oh, see, Nketiah and Odu, they are not coming to improve this Ghana team. See, we've brought many of them. Look at, we haven't even finished dealing with Semenyo and Nyaki Williams. Look how they are playing. They are playing. They come to the country. You can't just call anybody into the national team. And these people, they know nothing about football. When they come, look at Semenyo and Nyaki. They are struggling. They are not playing well. It's not. If you are bringing them, and they are not improving now. That's the problem.
Great. I think your point is made. So you can move to another. You can move to another point.
So why will you bring a player that will not improve your team? And if that same player is on form, you will reject your team, you will reject your country, and go play the country that is playing for. So why should we go for them?
You yourself, you would have rejected Ghana, isn't it?
I reject Ghana because yes, I reject.
What are you talking about?
I reject Ghana, and that should be our problem because when they are on form, they will reject us. We need players. We need people who, even when they are informed, they will choose Ghana and come and play for Ghana. That's the way we want.
It's fair. Right, Charlie. Thank you for
we brought.
I'll come back to you
at the time of calling Semenyo. Semenyo, he was not born here, isn't it?
No.
At the time of calling him, Tim Benenobo.
Bristol City.
Bristol.
Yeah.
The England team will not look at a player playing for Bristol City. In the lower division, they will not do that.
They put a collar to. I can't believe finish.
If Semenyo had been patient and he had joined Bournemouth and he's playing the way he's playing now, would England have given him a call?
No way. Hello, good evening. Your name, where are you talking to us from? Coach, I'll come back, please. Yes, talk to me. Your name and where are you talking to us from?
My name is Kujo.
Kujo, you sound a little far. If you can get close to your mouthpiece, it'll be great.
My hobby, not Kujo.
Kujo.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Kobe.
Sorry about that, Kobe.
I extend my greetings to your panelist and to Coach Limley. I am admiring him a lot. I've been listening to him on Panorama and other platforms. I admire him a lot. But I disagree with the previous caller saying, after all, we are not going to win the World Cup and all them blah, blah, blah. You don't need to necessarily win the World Cup, right? Even going and doing well, getting to an appreciable position alone, bring a big spotlight on you, bring a big publicity on you and all that. So you don't need to necessarily go to the World Cup with a mindset of we are going to win the World Cup, even get into an appreciable position like the quarterfinals or the semi-finals and all that. Even bring a big spotlight on you and brings a lot of benefits in terms of publicity, sponsorship deals, the monetary gains and all that. So you don't need to necessarily go to the World Cup with the mindset they are going to win. Even getting to an appreciable position brings a lot of benefits. And they are saying Caliban Sunodoi and these foreign players, because they ditched Ghana in the past and all that, bringing them on board is not advisable and all that. I disagree with them. I disagree with them completely. In fact, when it comes to national teams and all that, you need to get out of this public, personal sentiments and all that, bickerings and all that, and look at the bigger picture. Bringing them on board, is it going to improve upon the team? And I want to ask Coach Limley a question. Can I go on?
Yeah, go ahead. He's listening.
And I want to ask him, what does he think about Osman Bukhari? To me, I think I would prefer Osman Bukhari to Hans Nodon. What does he think about Osman Bukhari?
Okay, thank you very much.
I admire that player so much, but I don't know why he hasn't been getting call-ups these days. To me, he has more goals than all our wingers, but I don't know why for this past few call-ups, we've not been calling him. I don't know why. So I believe in getting the best of players going to the World Cup, because the World Cup is a different ball game with the intensity and all that. People are coming with the best of of players and coaches and all that. So we need to put our best foot forward. We need the player call-ups to have squad depth. We need to have go to the World Cup with the best of our players. So in case let's say when it comes to the tournament, injuries do happen, red cards and all that. So in case sometimes going to the tournament and doing well, your bench should be as good as your first 11.
Fair point.
So in case of any injuries or red cards or anything, the player that will come and replace or the injured player will be as equally as good as the injured player. So will not be any dip in form. So we need to take cognizance of squad depth when you are calling the players.
Great.
And I admire Coach a lot. I admire him a lot.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right. Okay. All right. That's it.
The quick one on Osman Bukhari. In fact, I'm in the same boat as he, because look, like he rightly said, I've never seen Osman Bukhari play for the Black Stars and have a bad game. Most of his games were impactful.
Yeah.
I don't know what the reasons are for which he's not been given a look at all under the second coming of Coach Otto Addo.
Yeah.
I hear too he's doing very well where he is in the States. So I don't know why he's not been given a call. But he's one player clearly I would definitely give a look at. If I was the one in charge, I would have given him, because he's shown that in that Black Stars jersey, he's always ready to give his best. The point is that we need to make our team better. Go ahead with the nationality switch of Odwe and Nketia and the boy at Como and all those people. Go and talk to them. Switch their nationality in our favor. You go to a major tournament in choosing the players. The first choice is players on form. You cannot take a player who is not on form to a tournament. You go, you get beat, you get disgraced. The second criteria is the experience the players have got. These are the first two. The main two, is he on form? Is he experiencing the situation regularly at club level? at what level is he playing? Is his level commensurate to that of the World Cup standard? If yes, and he's on form, he goes. If he's experienced and he's on form, that's an added bonus. Because I've always said that a player who is experienced and not on form, experience will never come to his aid. But if you are not experienced and you are on form, you can last the duration of the tournament. If you have experience and your form supports that, your experience will show when the time is needed for it to come to the fore. So there are a lot of dynamics that we need to look at in approaching this thing. Bring in our best players. That is the point I'm making. And I plead, look, let's put aside they were called, they didn't mind us. These are emotional things. Let's put it aside.
Coach.
I love the question you asked one of the callers. Would he have turned down the English team if he was born there, grew, trained there, coached there, and he's playing well? Look, at the time, Semenyo was playing for Bristol City. This Asante striker,
Brandon Coventry.
Brandon Asante. Do you think if he's playing for Tottenham Hotspur and he's scoring goals for Arsenal and Spurs, his first choice would be the English team? Why should I fault them for that? I wouldn't do that. I won't do that. The point is that is Nketiah going to make it into the English team? No. Is Odoi going to make it into the English team? Probably not. So once they've shown any level of interest in playing for Ghana, switch the nationality. And don't say that we'll wait and we'll go to the World Cup before we start giving them a look-in. If they will go to the World Cup and put the ball in the back of the net against England to guarantee that we go to the next stage, you and I who will be happy. You take them there and let them do the job for the team. It's as simple as that.
Simple. Thank you very much, Coach. Sadi, your last words before we go.
Listen, if it would help the cause, let us do it. The same way we are escaping that conversation of having, that is, if you're saying that we are going to the World Cup, that is why players from the diaspora really want to play for the Black Stars. Then what also is the conversation to be had about GPL players using the Black Stars as a launch pad for them to go into different stratospheres of other leagues in the world and leave the GPL behind. Let us have that conversation as well. If we want to open this can of worms, let's open that one and have a very fair and even conversation. If they are fit to play, the switch is good, they are ready to go, please. Don't worry. If it is advantage they want to take off first now, let us also use them and take advantage of them and do better.
You cannot tell me that we effect their nationality switch. We are going to the World Cup and Hosinodo, like he just scored 2, scores regularly, is giving assists. We should wait until we come back from the World Cup.
No,
what are you serious?
He will not even come.
Careful, me.
I just feel like if the players will come and they'll bring in a lot of positives, we just need to bring them to help the Black Stars, because in the World Cup we don't have to go there to just be part of the participants. We are going there to perform very well. And I've set a standard for Otuado that if Otuado is able to at least get to the quarterfinals of the World Cup, he has done so well.
He stays on. As Black Stars coach.
He has done so well. So
if he gets to the quarterfinals, he stays on. And then we target the next AFCON. But Shefa and Co, they will have to give way because
it's okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you guys. I'll give you your time. You go and do something that coach will hear. Okay.
No, I just want to give a happy birthday. Okay. So a happy birthday in advance to my mom. She'll be celebrating her birthday on the 16th on Tuesday. So
happy birthday to
God richly bless her.
From the entire desk.
Since the man has spoken about happy birthday,
happy birthday to you.
You have to mention her name.
Yeah, so Regina Ijakwa.
That's it.
Yes,
happy birthday to you. You're a great woman.
Yeah.
So since he has mentioned happy birthday,
you know who's your document.
Do you know whose birthday it is tomorrow?
Oh, say.
It's Mr. and Mrs. Coach Nimley's birthday tomorrow.
About something like
that. Tomorrow is my birthday, and it's also the birthday of the love of my life.
Wow.
How do you do it?
God did that.
Is that?
With our calm lessons.
God did that.
How did you do it?
God did that.
You call your wife on the same day you celebrate your birthday?
I was born in Accra and she was born in Achimota somewhere.
But your birthday
is
on the same
destiny day. Brought us together. So the 15th of December, tomorrow, is my birthday, and it's the birthday of the love of my life.
Oh, Mrs. Equanimally, happy birthday to you.
I want to sing for
Coach. Coach, happy birthday to you.
Coach, happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Sing.
Happy birthday to you and your wife. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Coach Nimley and your wife. Happy birthday to you.
Look, to the woman of my dream.
You should have said it initially. The fans who called would have loved an opportunity to wish you.
I think they will deal with it tomorrow.
Okay.
to the love of my life, to the woman who has completely transformed my thoughts and has kept me intact as a man. I say happy birthday in advance to my love. Ekuya, God richly bless you. Look, I'm honored to have you as my wife. From myself, although it's my birthday, but the day belongs to you.
True.
From Davida, from Babette, from Odelia, from your dad, Mr. Yeboah, from your siblings, Seth, Akos, everybody. We say happy birthday. Look, if I were to die today and come back tomorrow, and you line up all the women of this world, I will still choose you. Because the compatibility that you've brought to me is beyond measure. I pray for good health. I pray for God's protection. I pray that the good Lord will continue to bless us. As couples, I can only hope and pray that our reliance on God will never come to an end. We will trust in Jesus, and in Jesus we will trust. Happy birthday in advance to myself and to my beautiful wife, Susan Robivia Ekuya Nimley, Mrs. God bless you there, and I love you. Bye-bye.
Happy birthday to you, Coach Christopher Nimley and the wife, Mrs. Eko Nimley, an amazing, human beings we've encountered here on earth, and we thank God for giving you, to us as a family as well. The time He allows you stay with us here is magnificent. And we the entire desk, all our friends around, people who love you in all departments in this facility, say happy birthday to you, Coach Nimley, and your wife. And we do cherish and appreciate you a lot. Tomorrow.
Yeah, it's actually tomorrow.
We are celebrating you from now until tomorrow. We know. So we say happy birthday to you and your wife and Cobbinet's mother as well. Guys, we thank you for making time to stay with us here on the show. From Edwin Kofi bringing us live on your screens, to all the producers behind the scenes, to my man here at my right hand side. There's a history we have, but I would say it on radio. That's it, and he laughs. To you, Komna, as well, to you, Sedi, and to you, Coach Nimley, and happy birthday in advance to you and your wife, and to Edem Kai as well for an amazing analysis. And to you who did the listening, and to our YouTube friends, to the guys who watched us on TV, and all of that, we say thank you for sticking with us today. On the Republic of Football, we'll return same time next weekend, and there'll be a lot more action on your radio 97.3 City FM. I am Bernard Abekwatri.